5 at 6:55.
5 at 6:55, yo. 5 at 6:55, go now.
Time now for the 5 at 6:55. We are getting ready to get closer to double digits. I know we just got a couple more wins and then we're there. One thing I do want to remind you before Desiree comes here and plays that next week on the show is high school week on the show. So all the contestants that will be playing against each other will be representing their high school. Over the weekend, I actually saw about 4 or 5 different kids that are from high school either picking up prom tuxes or going to a prom, like they had a pre-prom dinners and stuff like that. It's so crazy that it's that time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
What is a pre-prom dinner?
Like they do dinner with their dates and a group of people in a group setting right ahead of time, and then they go to the prom right
You
afterwards.
didn't do that? You didn't do dinner
Hell
before
no.
the dances?
Who got extra money for that?
Well, your parents.
The suburban kids. The kids.
That's what I'm saying. We trying to get the Gators.
the kids from Farmington Hills.
Pre-prom dinners.
Yeah, they were all out doing their thing, taking up reservations.
Crazy.
But it was cool. They actually were. Can I say this? Class of 2025, very nice kids. Like honestly, a few of them. Well, a bunch of them actually. This is actually pretty cool. They all listen to the show, so they all recognize.
Yeah.
They took a bunch of pictures with some of these high school kids, and they were actually very polite. They're like, "Thank you for taking pictures with us. We appreciate it. I'm sorry about it." I'm like, "Oh my god." Who are your parents? I would like them to come raise my kids.
Roblox babies.
Yeah, it was amazing. Desiree is our champion for this 5 at 6:55. She's been on with us now for 8 mornings, going for her 8th win in a row. Desiree, hope you had a good weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We got Lexi.
Good weather yesterday.
Oh, it was gorgeous. I know. Saturday was a little depressing after having 70 and 80-degree temperatures on Thursday and Friday, and then all of a sudden it was like winter was back again. Lexi is your challenger. Lexi is from Allendale, works on a horse farm. What's happening, Lexi?
How cool is that?
Not too much.
Everything's good on the horse farm? The horses are doing okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do the horses listen to the Mojo in the morning show? Like, can we, get them going, I guess, during a War of the Roses or something like that?
No, they're usually in my headphones.
Oh, really? All right.
Instead of squabble up, they saddle up.
That's right.
Don't.
We're going to...
Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that.
Saddle up.
Desiree, we're locking you up in a soundproof area. We will begin the contest. 5 pop culture trivia questions. Whoever gets it the most right wins. Ty always goes to the champion. Lexi, question number 1. Kanye West was banned from this streaming platform just 7 minutes over the weekend after making several slurs about the Jewish community. What's the platform?
3 seconds.
Apple Music.
Question number 2. Jennifer Garner's ex-husband says that he is very interested in meeting actress Sydney Sweeney because she's incredibly hot. Who is he?
Bradley Cooper.
Question number 3. Bill Belichick's much younger girlfriend awkwardly interrupted an interview that he was doing over the weekend to shut down questions about their relationship. What was the last NFL team that Belichick was the coach of?
The New England Patriots.
Question number 4. In its second weekend in theaters, this Michael B. Jordan thriller remains number 1 at the box office. What's it called?
3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Creed 2.
And question number 5. Meghan Markle gave fans new glimpses of her 2 kids on social media over the weekend, both with the same color hair as their dad. What color is it?
Brunette.
Let's bring the champ back from a soundproof area where she's going to win her 8th.
Yeah.
In a
Ooh, Lexi, you
row.
struggled. You only got 1 right.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Which one would you like? Would you like, why are the pretty ones always so dumb? Or you are really dumb, dumb, dumb. Which one would you like?
Why are the pretty ones so dumb?
Okay.
Why are the pretty ones always so dumb?
All right, I'm going to give you choices now on the drops. Desiree, here we go. You just got to beat 1. Question number 1. Actually, put your name on the top of the test, and I think we're all set here. Question number 1. Kanye West was banned from this streaming platform after just 7 minutes over the weekend after making several slurs about the Jewish community. What's the platform?
Was it Twitch?
Twitch, yes.
Sure was 1-0.
Question 2. Jennifer Garner's ex-husband says he is very interested in meeting actress Sydney Sweeney because she is incredibly hot. Who is he?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
2-0.
Keep him away from her.
True.
Question number 3. Bill Belichick's much younger girlfriend awkwardly interrupted an interview that he was doing over the weekend to shut down questions about their relationship. What was the last NFL team that Belichick was the coach of?
The Patriots.
Yes.
3-1.
Question 4. In its second weekend in theaters, this Michael B. Jordan thriller remains number 1 at the box office. What's it called?
Sinners.
Yes.
4-1.
That movie is incredible.
Was it?
Is it? It looks like a good one.
Right.
And question number 5. Meghan Markle gave fans new glimpses of her 2 kids on social media over the weekend, both with the same hair color. What color is it? I'm sorry, both with the same hair color as their dad. What hair color is it?
Oh, that's red.
Yeah. 5-1.
8 wins in a row. Coming back tomorrow to win 9 and then possibly getting into double digits and getting closer towards 15. Nice work, Desiree. Lexi, not a chance, unfortunately. You know what, though?
Back to the stables you go.
Back to it. Lexi, we have a parting gift for you. I want you to hang on the phone for just 1 second. We're going to set you up with a $50 gift card to go to Kroger. Congratulations to you. Is that not a nice prize or
you.
what? For just coming on the air and playing with us.
Mojo, did you see the text that says the horses would have gotten at least 2 right?
Oh, no, that is not No. Lexi, don't take that from them. Hold on 1 second.
It's Mojo in the mornings, 5 at 6:55.
That is the meanest thing ever.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
Our listeners can be brutal sometimes. You guys are horrible people, but we love you for it. All right, it's Mojo in the Morning show. Over the weekend was kind of fun. My weekend started off interesting. So it started off with me running into my friend Brad, and Chelsea and I were out. We were at a bar, and we ran into this guy he is a total character. He's one of these guys that I always say to Chelsea, whenever I spend time with him, I get 3 to 4 topics out of it.
I love that.
Like I pull out my phone and start writing stuff in my notes. He comes up frantically asking Chelsea and I what he should do. I guess on Thursday night he went to an office party, and the party was so fun that he overindulged
overserved.
himself.
As I say, he was very overserved.
He was not overserved. He overserved himself.
Oh, okay.
Knowing Brad,
Give me that body.
Brad figured out a way to get it. So he did something kind of interesting. He woke up on Friday morning to a little bit of a hangover and a slew of text messages from people who he invited Thursday night when he was drunk to a party that he was having. I say party in quotes. He woke up going, huh? Like, why do they want to know what time a party is going to be? And he looks and he's like, okay, well, all right, I invited that person. And then he looks at another text, and there's like 18 text messages in his phone looking at this thing. And then he goes to the next one. He's like, oh, okay. All right. And then the next one, there's no name on it. I got to scroll down and see exactly who this person is. He got drunk on Thursday night and started inviting people to this, not realizing what he did. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, you cancel. He's like, I can't cancel. He goes, and then he's telling me a story. He's telling me a story about how he'll do this sometimes where he'll invite people that he doesn't realize he invited to something. And then, and it has happened before in the past where he'll invite people to some things like go golf or whatever the deal is. And the people will call him and go, hey, man, what time we golfing at? He's like, what? Like he has no clue that he does this stuff.
This is his thing.
He's kind of a fun-loving drunk, I guess.
I do that. I agree to stuff when I'm
Really?
drunk. Yeah, I mean, you drunk, you having fun. It's a good time.
Are you drunk?
Hell yeah, we're going to Cabo tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? We just agree to everything.
I think we all do that, but we don't necessarily plan an actual party that then we have to like figure out what the heck to do with all these people.
We do not all do that because I got invited to go to Vegas, like book the flight to Vegas, go. And I went, absolutely not. Are you crazy? But it sounds like all of you would be like, hell yeah.
You get the right drinks. What's so funny? This is how I met like my two of my very, very closest friends. It was the first day of school, I think for Lucy kindergarten. So like a couple of years ago. And I knew one of the moms. I didn't know the other one, Lindsay and Ashley, my two friends. We went out randomly. We saw each other at the school and we're like, do you have anything after this? You want to go get brunch? Ended up doing bottomless mimosas, planning a trip to Chicago. Again, did not really know them whatsoever. And 3 weeks later, we find ourselves driving to Chicago together.
That's wild.
And all these years later, we're still really close friends.
It is so random.
All while drunk.
I'd love to know if there are any listeners that have ever agreed to something or initiated something because they were maybe drunk or high is also another one too. I feel like when you're high, you are more willing to be yes people. You know what I mean? Like you're more willing to, yeah. And next thing you know, you're now hanging out in some kind of a weird setting, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
Anytime I've been high, I'm chilling on the couch. Like I'm not, I don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? Like when you high, it requires you to just be relaxed unless we cutting something on television. If there's drinks involved, that's when you get the loosies, bro. Everything is up.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548, or text number is 95500. I want to hear from you. Chelsea actually said to me, she goes, his wife is a saint. I said,
she is.
I said, like, what do you do in that case? Like, what do you do what happens if those people didn't text you back and you gave a time and then all of a sudden you're sitting there at home, Saturday night, you're watching TV, just cuddled on the couch.
Your wife's like, isn't it so nice to have a cozy night with nothing to do?
How does that? Texter here, 313 says, Mojo, you're right. Being high makes me agree to things I don't ever want to do. I want to know what some of those things are. Yeah. Call us and tell us. Another one here, 586. 586 says, I did this exact same thing. I threw a surprise party, and I was the one that was surprised.
Even under the influence me gets plan anxiety. She knows not to make plans. Mm-hmm. She's going to regret that.
Under the influence me would probably be more freaked out when I figured out that happened, because then I'd be like, how do I plan this? How do I go out and get all this stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, thank God for, Instacarts and services like that.
When you get drinks and y'all not the type of people that y'all down for anything?
No.
Really? Like when you get a couple drinks, aren't you like let's go?
I'm excited for late night food in my bed. Yeah. Very quickly.
See, but that's if I'm super drunk. Like if I'm drunk and it's the end of the night, let's get some wings, let's get something, and then let's go to sleep.
Yeah.
But if the night is just starting, and I hit that, my mind thinks of like, the carnival game where you got the huge hammer and you hit the thing and then the bell goes all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Like I'm on the rise at that point. Like let's keep going.
No, sober me is such a people pleaser that drunk me is like, you. I won't do what you tell me.
You're a rebel.
Hey, Mojo in the morning, what's going on? Hi. Whoa, you're driving fast. What's going on? Hello.
Speed racer.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's going on?
Not much. So I woke up one morning and I had colors all over me, and I couldn't figure out why I was so colorful. And my husband goes, what do you got all over you? The dog's got pink and green and blue. What's going on? Why are you and the dog all colorful? And I'm like, I don't know. And I go into the freezer to get something out for breakfast, and I notice the entire box of popsicles are in the garbage.
So you got what? A little too fun with that. Needed a sugar fix, huh?
Oh, evidently, because me and the dog ate an entire box of popsicles.
Were you high?
No, I took my medication before I went to bed, and evidently I ate something with it that caused me to be, not right.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's interesting. So you had a bad reaction to the meds that you were taking. By the way, you should slow down. I just wanted to let you know, just to go back to your driving. What's up, Rachel? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. We're talking about when you agree to do some things when you're drunk or high that you don't realize when you're sober.
Oh, yes. This past Halloween, we had a Halloween party, and all the gentlemen there had a little too much to drink, and they decided they were going to sign up for the Glass City Marathon and run the relay of it. And they did it. They did it yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Shut up.
Oh, that's something I would very much pull. I did not know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was not coherent.
But some of them started falling out. So the last minute, we were trying to get relay runners at the last second. I almost had to run, but I was like, I'll just hold the sweatshirt.
How did those that did it do? Did they do okay?
They did very well. They did very well.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Now I hate them because they're athletic and drunk.
What's up, Danny? How you doing?
Good morning, my favorite radio people.
Good
Good morning,
What's
our
happening?
favorite listener.
How are you?
I'm good. I disagree with you, Mojo. If I smoke, don't ask me for anything besides some snacks. But if you want me to say yes to something, get me some Cheetos, and then we can do whatever.
So only when you're drinking is it that you start doing things like that. You start getting that courage. When you're smoking, you're just ready to just find a pillow, huh?
Yup, and eat some snacks. Don't forget the snacks.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What's up, Stephanie? Hi, it's Mojo in the morning.
Hey, what's up, Mojo?
What's going on? What happened? What did you do when you were drunk?
OMG. So it was the 4th of July. I was bored. I got drunk. I got high. I had a little bit of chicken wings. So I started calling all my motorcycle friends. And 30 of them showed up at my house on the 4th of July. So the whole street, could you imagine how loud that was? I'm like, what's that coming? And it was a whole bunch of motorcycle people. I only had a little bit of wings, but how did the wings flowed, okay? And the beer flowed.
Man.
And it lasted in the next morning.
Yeah. Oh my, that's wild that everybody agreed to come. Did they know that you were only inviting them because you were drunk?
No, I thought no one was coming because it was the 4th of July. Like everybody would be busy.
You think
and
everybody
they're
had
like,
plans?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, ma'am. I mean, this motorcycle club, they're calling me ma'am. I was like 24. Like, what?
Oh my goodness.
That's wild.
Chicken and beer.
What's up, Katie? How you doing?
Hey, first time, long time. So a couple of years ago, me and my friends were out for my friend's 40th birthday party, and we all decided to go to Nashville the next morning.
Oh, God.
Spent the weekend drinking, and yeah. it
Like
was so
Shannon.
much fun.
They went on
Yeah.
a road trip together.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's not a close drive, Nashville.
And with people that I did not
No.
know very well at all.
Was it fun? Was it at least good time?
Oh my God, it was so much fun. I love Nashville. It's such a fun city.
That's the thing that's
It is
crazy, though, is you carry that on, that drunkenness on in Nashville. Now, all of a sudden, you got to be careful of what you just. I think you're now married. I think. What's up, Nina?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I was saying that I promised my daughter a yes day when I was drunk like 2 years ago, and she still asks me about it all the time.
Isn't it funny? Our kids know. Like
They don't forget.
My kids realize if I've got friends over, we're on the back deck, we're having drinks. That is the time to ask us for things. You know. And then, if one of us says no, Chelsea or I will then go, "Oh, come on!" You know, here.
Smith is getting so smart, and if he wants to stay at his buddy's house, his best buddy in the world, his mom is my best friend, and he'll go, "You and Lindsay can have another glass of wine, right? Don't you want another glass of wine?"
He knows.
Smart.
You know what? These kids, I'm telling you.
Yes, don't mind if I do.
Everybody wake up. Mojo in the morning. We were always just minutes away from proving how stupid morning radio can be.
All right, it's Mojo in the Morning Show. Phone number 844-MOJO Live. The text 95500. If you do hear something on the air that reminds you of a story, make sure that if you text us, you pick up your phone because Lydia's going to call you to come on the radio with us. Shannon, when your name caused an issue.
Well, all of this drama over the weekend with Shador Sanders and the draft made me think, and his dad for that matter, but just made me think about how family members that lead another, that go first before other family members in anything.
Let's explain that story real
school,
quick.
Career. Okay.
So Deion Sanders, obviously, Hall of Fame football player.
Put some respect on it.
Guy's got, a very successful couple of kids that played for him at Colorado. His kid was in the draft. They projected him to be one of the top 3 picks in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
He got pushed down to, what was it, the 6th round or 5th round? Was it? 5th or 6th?
Mm-hmm.
So he got pushed down and didn't get taken later. And a lot of people claimed that it was because of bad interviews that he had and that he seemed like he had too big of an ego. Many people also assumed that his dad played a part in this because the rumor, his dad was obviously somebody that had a big mouth when he played, but he backed it up. And I think that there was a lot of people that thought that dad was also going to do that with his kid now as a pro. So, yes, this is actually an interesting thing.
There are always just preconceived notions,
Yes.
right? And so my question to you is, have you ever been treated better or differently because of your name, your parents' name, your siblings' name, your name? And it made me think about, you guys know this, and you make fun of me incessantly for it. I was such a goody-goody growing up, elementary, middle, high school. And so I think I'm the oldest of 3 girls. So once I went through school and then they see my sister show up with the same last name and they know that they expect her to be like me. And we are very opposite personalities. And
see, I would think that would be easier to follow than what my son Jacob had to follow in his brother Joe, who was as dumb as rocks and a troublemaker in school. Jacob used to, when Jacob went to Notre Dame Prep, he would go into classes and they would go, Are you Joe's brother? And he would go, no, I don't even know him.
that's exactly what I mean.
But I think that in your case,
there's a preconceived notion because of who your sibling is.
I think that your sisters had it actually not that bad because they go, oh, yeah, I got another student that's, like Shannon.
Right. Well, then
here.
they got my sister Emily, and they're like, oh, boy, okay, she's different. And then they got my sister Jacqueline, who is kind of a combination of the two of us. I feel like she's maybe right in the middle. Mm-hmm. But so she evened it out for everybody.
Did your sister follow in your footsteps, Kev?
No, Lynn a bit of a rebel, bro. But I was always the man. So I don't know how that played a role. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Yeah. I'm just saying homecoming king. I just did my thing.
Were you homecoming king?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Why does it not surprise me?
I mean, God is good.
You know what's interesting with this Shedeur Sanders thing? First off, we're going to talk a bunch in the dirty about him.
Oh, yeah, this next dirty we will.
I mean,
the set that he had, the party he threw with all the cash and the Louis Vuitton luggage.
That was the problem, I think.
Yes.
I don't think so, bro.
I think him throwing his party and doing it live streaming on Twitch and him kind of being a little bit arrogant to things. And it's no doubt the guy's got talent, but I don't think he has his dad's talent. And I think that it comes to a situation where some of these teams were taking quarterbacks. Like I saw a couple of the teams taking quarterbacks. I never even heard of these guys.
But here's the thing. He's not the first athlete to celebrate getting drafted. Let's not act like he invented going to the club and throwing money. Let's stop there. Secondly, let's not act like 99% of the athletes that got drafted are going to be Hall of Famers. It just doesn't work like that. So comparing him to his father, who's arguably the greatest cornerback that ever played the game, isn't a fair comparison. They just don't like how loud his dad is, and people don't like people who show off and flashy and talk that talk. But again, similar to his father, he talked it and backed it up. And there was a reason why he was projected top 3s because he's a good athlete.
Here's what I heard. One of the problems was I heard a guy on one of the blog sites or whatever say his dad, Deion Sanders, said, I want to coach my son in pros. And when there's a draft, the coach has a say-so on who they're going to pick. And no coach wants to have a dad that tries to become the coach.
Right.
Like they don't want that. And I think a lot of these coaches, including, a Hall of Fame coach, the Pittsburgh coach, what's his name? That's
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, who is like, I don't want Deion Sanders in my coach's room.
So in March, Deion just signed a 5-year, $54 million contract to coach at Colorado.
Right. But he could break that in a second, like Bill Belichick, and go college.
All these rumors.
Pro. What's going on, Eve? Hi.
Hey, Hey, well, my son got in trouble at high school for making a meme about the assistant principal, and he got off easier because his older sisters were in the National Honor Society. One of them was the president of the National Honor Society.
Okay.
So they saved his bacon big time.
I like that. That's actually interesting. So having a very smart, nice sister pays off in this case, huh?
Two of them.
Yeah.
Two of them, yeah. Because, oh, my God, he literally, he could have gotten in a world of trouble.
Yeah.
You know, fortunately, the school knew our family well enough from his sisters that they went easier on him than if he had been the oldest, he would have been in a lot of trouble.
Shannon's case, there's 3 of them. In my case, we had 6. So I was the baby of 6, so I had to follow the progression of 6. Mm-hmm. My problem was my brother, who is the closest in age to me, he got kicked out of the high school that I went to. And the reason he got kicked out, Bill got kicked out of Marist High School, and he got kicked out for threatening to fight the teacher, who I ended up having my sophomore year.
Oh.
So I go into Coach Swanson's class, and Coach Swanson sees my name on the list. And actually, it was funny because my mom had passed, so my dad was kind of like, single parenting me for that time. And I remember saying to my dad, is there any way you can get me out of that class? My dad's like, no, you're going to go to the class. And honestly, the teacher was actually pretty cool to me.
Why do you want to fight him?
For good reason.
See?
My mom was sick and dying of cancer at the time, and he told my brother Bill that he was lying about my mom.
Wow.
My mom being sick and dying. Because my brother said, hey, I couldn't do this because my mom is dying, and, we were, whatever. And he said an excuse, and the guy goes, yeah, you're probably lying about that. And my brother walked up in the front. My brother was like a crazy Taekwondo black belt. Like, he was nuts. I mean, when I say nuts, he was nuts, but he was a Taekwondoer. So he was also very, you beat somebody's ass. And he got up there and kicked the guy in the head. He did a roundhouse on his ass.
Hell yeah, Bill.
You've never met my brother Bill, literally.
Black belt Bill.
Just don't meet him in alley.
Black belt Bill.
Black belt Bill. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that he's lovable, but he's also nuts.
Why didn't you take Taekwondo?
Could you think I can lift my leg over my knee?
I just want to say Taekwondo Tommy.
My God.
I couldn't figure that out. 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548, text 95500. Do we have listeners today? All right, we're calling this quits. We're going to go to breakfast right now.
Could you imagine if we did that?
Did we not?
Then we can stream live on Twitch.
Wait.
I'm so hungry.
Did we not explain what the topic is to get a call on this?
It was like the second thing you said.
It was a great This is a great topic. How is it? How did your name, or how did the sibling or your parents maybe even
either screw you or help you
because of the name that you have? Like, how did that happen? I mean, I want to hear some of these stories. My favorite is the texter who says Lydia must have called them a couple of times because they sent a good example of this, and it says, "Sorry, can't talk. There's a crane making noise." Is it a bird or is it an actual like crane?
Who's the hell is this early?
What the hell is
you
that?
ever a disappointment though because of your siblings? Like my brother was so great that I was a disappointment.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a disappointment.
No, I really was. I was a bad kid.
That is,
in what way?
Come
What do you
on.
mean?
My brother got 3 years of college done by the time he graduated high school and was just like super smart. He was a varsity athlete. Like he was super popular. He was super cool. And then I came in and I was just a menace. So every teacher came in with the hopes of me being like this great kid. And then they were so annoyed by week 3.
But I don't see you being a menace. I see that maybe you're not one to finish college that fast. I want to know what the Meaghan was. Maybe this is the last week we find out the truth behind Meaghan. I want some of her high school classmates. We actually heard teachers called us before.
And they loved her.
Megan's teacher said that you were a bright spot to her day.
Teachers either loved me or hated me. I was very polarizing.
I don't know why I still feel like you older than your brother.
Not even a little bit.
I don't know why,
He's like
bro.
significantly older. We're not even close in age.
What's up, Crystal? Hi.
That is so rude.
First time, long time.
First time, long time.
Oh my God, get me out of here.
What's going on?
In high school, boys were scared to talk to me when they found out who my brother was by our last name.
Why is he? Like a guy that would beat
He
him
was,
up?
he was like a sports guy and everything. So when they found out, they were like, I can't talk to you.
Yeah. You touch my sister, I'll beat your ass. One of those type of things?
Pretty much, probably.
Yeah. That is something that's good. He should be that way. He should actually make sure that he keeps those boys away from you. What's going on, Kate? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Oh, this is an interesting one. What do you do when you got a twin? Hi. Tell us that story.
Okay, so I have a twin sister, and we made posters for district to get us fired up, and we had an abbreviation for cuss words, and we didn't think anything of it. We got called down to the office. My sister was waiting for me, and then as soon as I got there, she was like, "Oh, Kate, don't go take him down," and I got let off. And it was never been called down to the office. It was our senior year, and Jules had been sitting there waiting, and because it was me, and I was
which twin was the bad twin? You or them, or your sister?
Jewel.
Oh, Jewel. Jewel, you bad person, you. She's probably going to call us up next and go, wait a second.
That's not how I remember it.
April, what's up?
Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So I have 3 older brothers, and growing up, they were not very good law-abiding citizens growing up. So it was fun being the little sister, and because nobody ever messed with me, because they had already made a name for themselves, and then they knew I was the baby. So then, but when I started dating boys is when I started noticing that being known as the little sister anymore was not very cool. Because nobody really ever wanted to date me. But even more so, when I got into high school, they wouldn't recognize the last name, and they would immediately ask, "Are we going to have any issues?" And I would have to say, No. And then when I started driving in the town that I grew up in, I would get pulled over, and it seemed like every cop knew the last name, and it would be an automatic search sometimes.
Oh my God, they would search your car?
And then, all the time, every time. And I was young and nervous, so I would just start to freeze every time I'd get pulled over. So I would just immediately say, yes, go ahead, because I didn't want any issues.
You just get out. I would take everything out of my car at that point. It would be a blank slate.
Oh, it was nerve-wracking.
Oh my God.
Well, I actually have an aunt who works for the school district, the high school that we all went to. So they noticed some people that work at the school that I went to school with now work at that school, and they recognize the last name, and they're like, "Are you related to April?"
No.
And so-and-so, and then she would have to admit, I'm the aunt.
That's unreal.
Wow.
God, the brothers that were the criminals are causing problems for everybody. Listen to this one. Tiffany, this is the most infamous of any of the stories that we could get. People were afraid of you because, tell everybody of your famous uncle or relative.
Yeah, my uncle is Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh,
When I was growing up, if people were being mean to me or something, I would be like, "My uncle is Jimmy Hoffa. Now what?" And then just back away.
Tiffany, I got to ask you, where do you think your uncle really is? Is he alive?
I honestly don't. No, he's not alive. Well, at least I don't think he is. But I feel like he's buried in the cement back where the bridges and stuff was built in Detroit, because that was all going on at the time.
Wow.
So there'd be no way to not know.
So when you go Tiffany Hoffa, they're shocked.
My last name alone.
That's insane.
Clutching my
Wow.
pearls.
Wow. Unreal. God. Well, I'm sorry about what happened to your uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
My name is Mojo Shakur. My dad is Tupac. So
In the next 15 minutes, you'll hear about this on Mojo in the Morning.
all right, when we come back here next, last chances this week to get in for this car. We're doing it. Find the fob, a chance to win a brand new Chevy. It's all brought to you by Meaghan Automotive. That's next. Shannon, what do you got in the dirty next?
I know we don't want to talk about this, but we got to talk about Game 4. Or Game 3. Wait, what was it yesterday? It was Game 4.
The Pistons get
of the
screwed again.
Pistons. Yeah, totally.
Can we redo that song? Pistons get screwed again.
And then one of the late Jeffrey Epstein's victims takes her life. I'll update you on that story coming up in the dirty.
Spring break?
More like spring broke.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
728, we are at 44 degrees sunshine and a high of 73 today. Out on the streets, we have an accident in the left lane on the southbound Southfield Freeway at 96. Currently slow from Schoolcraft, about a 10-minute delay, 94 eastbound between Lanyo and 14th Street. More slow traffic southbound 275 between 6 Mile and M14, and eastbound 696. That double left lane closure slowing things down between Orchard Lake to past Franklin Road. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Hagopian Cleaning Services.
My grandfather opened Hagopian in 1939. Hi, this is Ed Hagopian, and we're celebrating 86 years of providing our customers with the very best in carpet and rug cleaning. Call us today at 1-800-HAGOPIAN or visit us at hagopianclean.com.
Meaghan, Zot.
Oh, that's me. I would love to talk about Zot, especially if you are in the market for a new vehicle. Wow, forgot the word market there. Anyways, right now at Zot Ford, they have rolled out employee pricing for everybody. That means you're going to pay what they pay, which guarantees you the lowest price period. On top of that, Zot Ford has huge incentives, which means you can save up to 25% off the sticker price on a brand new Ford. So go see Steve Gabarra and his team over at Zot Ford in Holly. Ford is the only manufacturer that's actually lowering their prices right now. I've heard lots of other car companies are raising their prices. Now, this is actually a good thing for you because that's going to drive up used cars value. So when you trade in your current ride at Zot Ford with Steve Gabarra and the team out in Holly, they're going to offer you the highest trade-in value and then still get you the lowest price possible on that brand new Ford, which I like to call a dream come true. Get all the details and surf Zot's tariff-free inventory at dealsinthed.com.
And here we go. Another week. You're looking for money in the couch cushions, like a raccoon going through trash. Guess what? That change ain't saving you. Pay Your Bills is back with your shot of $1,000 cash. 13 times a day and 10 after the hour. Because the couch cushions are always nasty anyway.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM because we're Michigan's most experienced personal injury law firm.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month forever. That's right. No price hikes, no contracts. $25 forever. Visit a Boost Mobile store today. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Kroger brand products have the great taste you'll celebrate. That's why over 40 million people choose Kroger brand products, making them a true crowd pleaser. And with quality guaranteed, you'll love your choice or get your money back. Score Kroger brand products with savings you can cheer for and great taste you can't resist. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime, free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Hey, it's Steve Gabarra at Zot Ford and Holly, and let's get right to it. We're offering employee pricing for everyone. You heard right. You pay what we pay, guaranteeing you the lowest price, period. Plus, we have huge incentives that can save you up to 25% off the sticker price. But it gets even better because Zot Ford is delivering the highest trade-in values possible and still getting you the lowest price imaginable on your brand new Ford. That's a dream come true. Get details and surf our tariff-free inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month forever. That's right. No price hikes, no contracts. $25 forever. Visit a Boost Mobile store today. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and get Michigan's first family of law. Call Sam.
More Mojo in seconds.
This is your Monday Legal Minute powered by Goldman & Associates Law Firm. How long does a typical divorce take?
Well, the short answer is it's going to take as long as it takes to do a good job. The answer, though, from a time standpoint, is that statutorily, if it's a divorce with children, there's going to be a minimum of 6 months requirement. And if there aren't children, 60 days.
I feel like a lot of people even wonder if they need a lawyer for a divorce.
You don't. The law allows people to self-represent. The question, though, is it a smart thing to do? And the answer is you could probably, if you're 2/3, go to your garage, pull out a wrench and take it out yourself. But you shouldn't. You should probably go to a dentist because he knows what he's doing. And it's the exact same thing with the law.
And how do I go about starting a divorce case?
A divorce is started by the filing of a summons and complaint in the county where one of the parties resides. The best thing to do is to contact your attorney and have him or her file the appropriate documentation to begin the case.
This report is sponsored by Rocket.
Starting off our week with sunshine and a high of 72. Some rain in the forecast for tomorrow, but temps up in the low 80s.
If you feel like owning a home is out of reach, Rocket is here to give you back the keys because they believe everyone deserves a shot at the American dream. Own the dream. Visit rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Again, that's rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by the new Detroit Tigers games from the Michigan Lottery.
Hey, K-pop fam. Your world just leveled up with iHeartRadio. First, we've teamed up with former K-pop trainee and TikTok king,
me, Bohan,
for a new podcast.
The K Factor, shining light on the artistry that makes up K-pop.
First episode out now. Second, nonstop music on the app with K-pop radio. And every Sunday, K-pop with JoJo is serving up music and interviews with K-pop's biggest stars. Open your free iHeartRadio app and search K-pop to explore now.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
He picked his nose. He smelled. He made her pay. What the hell happened? Second date update happens after 8 on Mojo in the Morning.
We're going to make somebody's dream come true of changing their life, taking out their car payments, getting them something nice and shiny with no miles on it. How would you like to win a brand new car? Friday morning is the grand finale of Find the Fob, and you could be winning a brand new Chevy. It could be anything on their lot. We're going to hide the fob in one of the cars. Everybody that qualifies is going to have a chance to go pick a car. And if the car that you pick has that fob in it, you'll get in that car and you'll hit that button. It will start it up. And then what I want you to do is just leave. I don't even want you to tell us who you are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the Clinton Township Police to come after you.
Oh, it's your dream come true. It's a chase.
We're going to have a high-speed chase that's going to be seen on Channel 7
Helicopter?
or Fox 2 or Channel 4 in Detroit. And then we're going to pull you over. We're going to put handcuffs on you and say, hey, congratulations. You win the car, but you're going to jail first.
Yeah. Shout
These
out
are all
CBS.
things. Would that not be the greatest ending to a contest?
Honestly, it would be Brian Moran's going, please no, please no.
No, Brian, stop being so boring. You know what I mean?
Boring, Brian!
I wanted to drop this car from a crane. He said, there's liability to that. I'm telling you, Brian, that would have been epic if we would have dropped a car from a crane. Wouldn't that not have been great? Instead, we're going to do Find the Fob. Great contest. But let's have some drama in it, you know?
I like that.
Let's get them some, because think about this. Anybody can, hey, you won a car. Mm-hmm. Not all people can say we had a high-speed chase along Hall Road.
We need people I want somebody to blow up their own car.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Where's the sticks of dynamite?
Who's the next car dealer that's going to be giving us a car to give away? I want to blow up a car.
Gordon's grenade. Throw a grenade in somebody's car.
I'm sure Legal would love
What's wrong with you?
Legal
We can't even have
Schmiegel.
people drink water, but yeah, let's hit him with
Legal
grenades.
Schmiegel, Schmiegel, Beagle. All right.
Bob for apples, but a grenade is going to be perfect.
We just had Hoffa's niece on.
Can I say something too? Megan just commented Bob for apples. We have so many meetings about these car giveaways, how we're going to do it. In every single meeting, Kev brought up the idea of let's bob for the fob.
I think it's
Let's
a great
bob
idea.
For the
not.
I think it's a great idea.
You're
radio.
obsessed with this idea.
Bob for the fob.
If I heard it one more time.
Look, 15 pies. One of them has a key in it, and you just eat
Eat
no
it.
hands,
Oh
all
my
mouth.
God. That's a perfect radio contest.
Megan, are
Well,
you
we're gonna
sure?
stream it.
Are you sure you want to go into the real world? This is what your
No, I'm
life is missing.
positive. No.
You're gonna miss this.
I don't think so.
You
All
know
right.
Bob?
No, I don't need to explain for the 17th reason why Legal says no, and also that's a terrible idea for radio.
Legal says no because they're all tight. They're very
Agreed.
tight people. They wear their suits are too tight on them. All right, 844 Mojo Live, 95th caller, 844-665-6548. Qualify for Find the Fob, brought to you by Brian Moran at Moran Chevrolet.
Mojo in the mornings, dirty on the 30.
Chevrolet.
All right, Shannon is going to do the dirty on the 30, and then we got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning.
And game 4 of the NBA playoffs, I was out and about doing a bunch of stuff, so I kept asking Siri
You
to
didn't
give me
watch the
this
game?
No.
What happened?
No. Huh?
What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
I don't know what happened in the
Oh,
game.
you don't know what happened.
I don't follow basketball.
Yeah, I'm not.
You
My
know,
God, Tim
you're not
Hardaway
a-
Jr.
You're not
took.
a Pistons fan?
Listen, I'm a Detroit sports fan through and through. Right? If I had
Except
to pick
basketball.
a team, I'm picking the Pistons, but don't ask me what happened because I did not watch.
Let me say this to you. If you would have been excited about this, all your favorite Lions guys were there. Dan Campbell and Holly Campbell.
Look, I had a
Jared Goff.
7-year-old that was playing in his first football game,
Oh, okay, that's
and
better.
that was more
Yeah.
important to me
That's more
yesterday.
important.
But, okay, so Tim Hardaway Jr. took a three-pointer that could have given the Pistons a buzzer-beater win, but it didn't.
Cunningham driving, pull-up jumper, no good. Harris battling, loose ball on the floor, picked up Hardaway, 2 seconds left, puts up the shot, no, and the game is over. J.B. Bickerstaff is on the floor irate. He thought there should have been a foul called on the Hardaway shot.
Yeah, Josh Hart came out aggressively to contest the shot and made contact with Hardaway. The refs, however, did not call the foul.
You're going to get a call on this play right there as this contact as Hardaway leaves the floor. But we know there's been a lot today that was not called on shots.
Unreal.
Do we have Josh Hart audio?
Tim Hardaway.
No, we have Tim
Josh
Hart. I mean Tim
Okay.
Hardaway.
No, what did Josh Hart say? Did he
So
say?
I'm gonna text it to you right now from Instagram. It's like a short, maybe 10-second clip. But the reporters asked him, this is the guy who the foul
yeah.
should have been called on.
Yes.
Whether or not he made contact with the shooter, which is our Tim Hardaway Jr.
Wow.
And he replies, did I make contact with him? Yeah. Was it legal? I don't know.
Wow.
So he knew.
It's crazy.
He knew. And
He
the refs
knew.
came out with a report afterwards.
Yeah.
This is Tim Hardaway Jr., by the way.
So now everyone's going to be talking about that final play, that final shot. How did you see it?
You guys saw it. What do you think?
Pistons coach J.B. Bickerstaff also not very happy about the ending of that
KB,
game.
did you like the shot Cade got at the end with 8 seconds, whatever, and then the ensuing shot where there was no call? What did you think of that?
I mean, Cade got his shot. He got to his spot, and he got to his shot, and and had the shot that he liked and that we all liked. And I trust Cade to take that shot, 100 times in a row. And again, you go back and look at the film. The guy leaves his feet. There's contact on Tim Hardaway's jump shot. I don't know any other way around it. There's contact on his jump shot. The guy leaves his feet. He's at Timmy's mercy. And I repeat, there's contact on his jump shot.
Okay, I'm asking a dumb question because very, very, very clearly now we know it was not the right call.
Yeah, it's a bad.
So like
bad
what?
call, bad
Nothing.
no call.
That's it. Nothing happens.
Nothing. You know what should happen though? If the league's office is going to say, "Yeah, we made a mistake. We should have called."
Right.
And it could have affected the outcome of the game because he would have
Right.
gone to the free throw line and shot 3 shots, right?
Down 1.
And they're down 1. They should refund every person who is at that game their money for this game. You just screwed those fans out of an experience that they should have gotten. Or you come back, you play the game under a protest, you come back and you shoot those foul shots before the next game and you say there's a new outcome. You can't just go and say, yeah, we screwed up. Yeah. And why have replay? Because you know what it looks like? The NBA is the WWE.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't say
it's fake. This is fake. They don't want a team from Detroit in the to go to the next round. Actually, they want a team from New York. It's not that they don't want a team from Detroit. They don't want a team from New York to not be in it.
And I think adding insult to injury is there were some questionable calls for Game 3 as well.
Oh, exactly.
So this was like back to back.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate, man. To your point, you have fans who pay a lot of money, but you also have athletes that work their asses off, not only for their entire life, but specifically their entire year to get to a moment like this. And it literally is not only a game-defining call, but a series-defining call. It's the first of 4. That game last night that we lost puts New York at 3 games.
Right.
So now we have to do what is the
win the next 3.
Yeah.
Kev, just an interesting question. Do you think that the NBA wants New York in because it's New York? Yeah. Or do you think they don't like the style of play that the Pistons have where they're aggressive and fouling a lot?
No, I think 2 things can be true. I think the NBA could use some of the grit that the Detroit Pistons bring, some of the hustle, some of the integrity to the physicality of the sport. But I also think that, to your point, it is a business. Yeah. And a Boston Celtics, New York Knicks semifinal matchup makes sense for the league, the Garden versus the Garden. But, it was a terrible moment.
That's bad.
For sports, for sure, yesterday.
In other sports, Dirty revisiting this conversation, the Cleveland Browns ended the draft slide of Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders after selecting him in the 5th round on Saturday. The Browns traded 2 draft picks to the Seattle Seahawks to move up to pick 144 to select Sanders. The Browns also drafted Oregon quarterback Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. And then we talked about this briefly, but Shedeur then threw a massive party last night, flexing his Louis Vuitton bags. They were like luggage. What were those things? I mean, it was like luggage filled with cash. He also rapped and performed Kodak Black, Young Miami were hanging out, along with Cowboy stars CeCe Lamb. Dak Prescott was there.
He's got to compete now against 4 other quarterbacks for that job, and a lot of people think that he better show up or he may not get that starting job.
I mean, I think he should get the starting job. Deshaun Watson isn't going to be ready to play. He's not going to be ready. Joe Flacco, he's a good quarterback, but give the ball to Shedeur, bro.
Are you going to talk the prank at all?
Yes. So then the prank, because I heard about this all weekend. The son of Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich admitted to making a prank call to Shedeur Sanders during the draft. So Sanders is sitting there. He's waiting for his name to be called. This is day 2, so Friday. Gets a call from somebody impersonating the general manager of the New Orleans Saints.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man.
No, for sure.
We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Ready to go! What does that mean?
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
Totally fake call, prank call. Again, ended up being the son of the defensive coordinator for the Falcons and a dumb buddy of his. Wow. They're trying to figure out, the NFL is like, how did he get Sanders' private number? They think that he copied it off of his dad's open iPad while he was visiting his parents at home.
Shedeur actually mentioned that the only people that have this number are coaches and team officials.
They don't have 2 phones for the draft, right?
Yeah.
That's how you see that.
So Jack's issued an apology directly to Shedeur Sanders. He also issued a very apologetic post on social media. Supposedly at this point, the Falcons not taking any legal action against... Or any action, I should say, not necessarily legal action, but any action
that kid is
against
get his ass beat.
Jack Ulbrich.
Yeah. He probably won't.
No, his dad should have lost his job for that, for the lack of security.
I'm not going to go
that
far. I'm not going to go that. I mean, you can do everything in your power to raise your kids to be the right way, and they can screw up.
Yeah,
I shouldn't get fired because my son is a dumbass who wanted to make pranks and post them.
It'll be interesting to see what this coach comes out and does. I mean, obviously going to have to probably speak. I'm sure that they'll catch him during any kind of.
He'll have
team
to make a
meetings
comment
and
on
stuff.
something, yeah. And lastly, I hate ending the dirty on just depressing, tragic news, but Virginia Giuffre, one of many sexual abuse victims of the late Jeffrey Epstein, perhaps the one with the strongest voice, has taken her life at the age of 41. Her family saying she passed away at her farm in Western Australia. This was Friday. She's been described as a fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse and sex trafficking, providing very critical information to law enforcement that really helped lead to the conviction of Epstein's right-hand woman, Ghislaine Maxwell. She was the one who had accused Maxwell of forcing her to have sex with Prince Andrew. That's probably why you remember
She's the
her
young
name.
woman in the picture.
Yes.
Now as an adult, I don't ever believe any suicide story with anything with this thing.
Yeah.
She was killed. There's no way.
Dang, okay.
For all of today's Dirty Catch Up by checking out the podcast, search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right. Giving away a car on Friday. Let's get it to Carrie here. Carrie from Clarkston, Michigan. Carrie, you're a winner. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Yay.
Carrie, we're going to get you
Thank you.
qualified. It's a brand new Chevy that could be yours. Friday, we will see you at the dealership at Moran. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We're going to miss you, Megan.
Oh, love you.
Tell her she
Love
can't
you guys
leave.
so much.
Friday, by the
I
way,
know.
you're going
I
to
wish
see
I
her
could tell
for
her
the
that.
last time. So Friday, she's going
For
to
the last time ever.
she'll be at that particular broadcast. How often do you think that you will come to anything that we do after that? Will you ever come to anything?
Are you going to invite me?
If you buy tickets. No, I'm just kidding.
I only want to see you at Halloween party.
I'm
That's
just
all I
kidding.
want to see you at.
No,
That's it.
you're invited to it. Your family.
I want good artists at Jingle Ball, and I want Jingle Ball tickets.
Oh man! All right. By the way, would it not be a kick in the pants if Chaperone does their Jingle Ball?
No,
And
Harry
Harry
Styles.
Styles.
If it's Harry Styles, I'm saying it now while I have the opportunity, and you don't give me a pass to be backstage, I'm going to slash all of your tires. I know where all of you live. I'll light all of your houses on fire. I want to meet Harry Styles.
Did I ever tell you the story about me when I left to come to Michigan to go do this radio show?
No.
I left here, and when I left, came to town, started on, it was actually Q95.5.
Yeah.
My replacements.
Q95.5.
My replacements
Remember.
in Arizona, John, Jay, and Rich.
They were your replacements?
There was a show in between. Lucas and Maney, they unfortunately didn't do very well.
Gotcha.
We didn't talk about them.
Well, the John, Jay, and Rich did a breakfast broadcast with Rihanna.
Wow.
Right afterwards. So I go into Tim, the boss here, who used to be the program director there. He brought me to Detroit. And I said to him, I go, man, they're doing it in Tucson, Arizona with Rihanna. And he goes, I know, I tried. We can't get it. Wow. Isn't that crazy? I was like, son of a bitch.
There's only 3 people I want tickets to.
Crazy.
Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Harry Styles. If they're included, I better be there.
All right. Well, you know what? You put it on record, so that's the deal. We gotta abide by that. Otherwise, I can give you tickets to our rooftop party.
Wait, what else can I take?
Wait, it's going to be really fun.
Hey, if you want to come, you know what? It'd be nice for you to come to the podcast. But if you don't have tickets, I will get you tickets to the podcast, even though it's sold out. We'd love to see you. But all right, it's Mojo in the Morning. What'd you do this weekend, Megan? What you have going on?
I went to my best friend in the entire world's football game, which, by the way, I don't think it's weird that my best friend in the entire world is 9. Shout out to Ashton. Shout out to Ashton Harold. I went to my first football game at Hips. You guys have seen him. He's like all over our social media when he has this hockey games. Like, I love this kid to death. And he is playing flag football. And let me tell you, did not realize the difference between parents and sports, because this is a family I go to hockey games all the time with, but football was like entering back into high school. And I'll tell you why. All of the moms had very specific outfits, and I felt so underdressed. It wasn't even funny. They all had neon fur coats on, and the same bags, and the same buttons, and the same sunglasses. It felt like I had stepped into an alternate reality with how insane these women were dressed. The kids playing were 9 and 10.
Pop Warner-y type age, I guess is what it is, right? So it's not like it's high school.
What's Pop Warner?
Well, it's like I think that's what they call that level of football, like
flag football.
Like little. Oh, so it's flag football for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So the kids. So
there
the
were
kids
like 3 games playing on one football field.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's
so
how it is for Smith.
So the kids are playing flag football, and the moms are dressed like they're going to the Oscars.
To the NFL. Like they were, you know how we were talking about that one girl who was like creating the puffer vests out of the flags and stuff, like, and they wear like
the colors
the
for the team.
Yes, and like the boots with the jeans and like the bandanas that are now bodysuits. Like it felt like every mom for this flag football team was dressed up like they were dating a player on an NFL team.
Wow. That's wild.
You know what I mean?
Is like the coach good looking? Is that like that kind of
Yeah,
vibe?
but it's also husbands.
Is
so
that-
it's like
Is that just a because this was in Toledo?
Yeah.
Is this just a Toledo thing? Do they do that, Shannon, at Smith's games?
No, not for flag football. I didn't even know what team he was until yesterday. I was like, Smith, what's your team called? And he's like, it's the Rams. I'm like, okay. Not for really lacrosse. For their swim, like for swimming, it gets a little crazy where you can get like the cool trucker hats that have the logo of the team, or like the tie-dye shirts that have the logo of the team or the name of the team. There's a lot of merch that you could buy, which I actually didn't figure out till this year, and I finally had to ask one of the moms, where are we all getting like this very cool merch? And then I figured out where I could order it, but it's
they send
not
out like an email or
it's
something,
not
don't they?
fancy. It's just like a hat and a sweatshirt type of deal.
okay.
Like I've
This
never
woman-
seen fur coats or bags or anything like that.
Her
but
coat was this yellow, this priority waste management yellow. And
Yeah.
it was a fur coat. And it was, let me tell you, I was into it. But I was like, for flag football?
Wow.
Yeah.
She had to go somewhere.
I'd be down though. I would be the one. If there was merch for all this stuff, I will be the one to buy it and
when
show
Luke
up.
played travel baseball, they would always offer you the opportunity where you could buy the sweatshirts. You could buy, actually, if you wanted to, like T-shirts, things like that. And they would do it. And Chelsea and I would way over order. But it was never anything glamorous. But at one point, I looked at her and I go, is he going to be on this team next year? Because we're going to have all this outlaw stuff.
I will say, Megan, I went to so Lucy plays lacrosse, and she had a tournament a couple weekends ago, and we were out in Brighton, and I guess lacrosse is very, very big there, and some of these Brighton moms had the orange like fake hair woven into their braids, and they had the earrings that were the colors, and they were lacrosse sticks, the colors of their teams. And I was like, that is dedication.
Yeah, they going
That
in.
is dedication. They were all out.
Who has the craziest parents?
Like
The
which sport?
sports moms?
Or
Hockey.
like what is the trend?
Hockey's
I
are
don't think
nuts.
it's hockey. I think they're wearing sweatshirts. I
No.
go to a lot
She's
of these
talking about with the fashion.
Well, fashion-wise, I think crazy parents are hockey parents.
Oh, absolutely. If there's going to be an arrest made at a Little League game, it's a hockey game. Do not get me wrong. Y'all are crazy. I love you. Y'all are getting way too smashed at the hotels every weekend. It is wild how drunk you get. But I think when it came to like how outlandish it was, at least hockey parents are low key. Like they're just trying to drink and have a good time and probably throw a fist or two. But these football moms were like trying to be like, my kid is going to get a full ride.
Yeah, you know what I always wanted to buy when the kids were playing these sports. I always because you do travel stuff. Like I don't think that the flag football does this, but you have like weekends where you'd go to towns and hang out, like be in Boeing or whatever, or you'd be I don't know, in Sandusky. And I always wanted to have like one of those. You ever see those? They're like Mercedes caravan vans.
Oh, like the sprinters.
I wanted one of those. I wanted one of those with like a TV inside and stuff. So like you could have like the party vehicle to go with. I said to Chelsea, and she looked at me and she's like, "You ain't getting that." Like, that's not one of
And then
those
you got to get the car marker so you can write, all the things on the outside of the Sprinter van.
Wouldn't it be
You
the
want the
coolest?
rich travel experience? You have your kids do crew.
Crew is the thing?
Whoa, let me tell you, that was wild.
Is crew like rowing the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. This is going to throw you off. Sarah, what's up?
Hey guys, marching band moms and dads are absolutely
Wow.
crazy.
I would never expect that. Marching band is wild, huh?
Yes, I was in competitive marching band in high school at Plymouth Canton.
Yeah.
And literally, my freshman year of high school, we did like a mime show, and all the moms and dads, they painted their faces mimes. But we've had like all the parents, like, I think it's really great that they just embrace the theme. So you have a theme every year, but they just went all out with it, and I thought it was so fun.
The funny thing is, you're talking about Plymouth Canton as a big school district. The school by my house is West Bloomfield High School. They had like a semi truck for their marching band. Like I would see the thing parked out in front of the school.
Had 3.
That's wild. All the equipment.
Like a tour.
Can I tell you, I would lose my mind if I went to a travel band competition and y'all were mimes and none of you played an instrument. You just like pushed the buttons and fake drummed. I would lose it.
What's up, Katie?
Hey.
Hi.
So, cheer parents are, I think, the craziest. They go all, like,
that's a good one.
With the colors.
Cheer moms.
The dads, even dads, they do fake hair. I've seen them in costumes.
Wow.
Based on the name of the cheer team. Yeah, they're insane.
Don't you think that the moms are reliving a little bit of their childhood when their kids are in cheer?
Some of them, yeah. If they were cheerleaders before.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Interesting. Sydney wants to shout out the hockey parents, huh? What's up, Sydney?
Hi. Yeah, AAA. I played AAA hockey my entire life, and they are insane. My dad had a whole bag in his trunk, so when he would get kicked out, he'd go out and change and come right back in.
That is priceless.
Wait, I love your dad.
Taylor, what's going on, Taylor?
Oh my gosh, you guys want to know the craziest moms? Softball moms. Softball travel moms and game changer moms are the craziest parents out there.
Softball.
I am talking like, yes, ready to brawl over a missed pitch, a missed call, anything. They are ready to go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, watch out for the softball parents. They go crazy. Stephanie, what's up? How you doing?
Good. First time, long time.
Hey, Stephanie. On the phone. Welcome to the show. You now have officially made our lives happy. What's going on?
I am a marching band mom.
Yeah.
And also a softball mom.
Oh, gee.
And I would have to say, marching band, we are insane.
What?
When it comes to marching band competitions, it is crazy.
Crazy about
But we're talking about
what?
outfits specifically and dressing up.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Like, I have so much marching band stuff for my kids' high school. I have earrings.
Do you ever wear
I have
that cool hat that those kids wear? Those big old tall hats?
drum majors?
The drum majors. Like, yeah.
With the big old feathers.
Yeah.
I don't wear those.
Yeah.
But I put my
Is that what
son
it's called,
on.
the
It
drum
doesn't
major?
fit right.
My favorite was when my son, Joe, would play high school football, and the moms would wear the kids' jersey.
No. Oh,
And
I
I would-
hate that.
And I would look at it, and I was like, man, they're showing off, man.
No, but it's not showing off.
Showing
It's,
off.
okay. Oh my God, this could be a completely different topic where boy moms go crazy and
Yeah.
y'all cross lines that are insane. When you dated a football player, you would wear his jersey.
Yes.
So when I see moms show up in their son's jerseys, it is so icky to me. It gives me the instant red flag ick.
Yeah, although I would tell you, there was a couple of times that the dads were going, hey, number 7's mom's not so bad. Krista said the cops were called at, what kind of sport?
Softball.
Softball?
Yeah, where you guys are sleeping on softball. 9U softball.
9U.
The cops.
9-year-old.
What happened?
One dad was upset with the other dads on the other team because the girls were cheering. I don't know if anybody knows anything about softball, but
Yeah, that's the
cheering
thing.
is half of the game. and so they got in the umpire's face and made threats, and cops were called.
Wow.
Again, guys, it's a kids' sport that we're thinking about here. That's just nuts. All right. You know how you raise money for your teams?
How's that?
If you got all the glam moms like this, a mom calendar. Mom calendar. Be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November. Which
What are you
one
talking
want?
about? Like having the moms
Have the
model?
moms
That's a bad idea.
model
Absolutely
a
not.
calendar. What do you think?
I'm not
like
doing that.
like Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Kev's
Mom,
face.
mom bikini calendar.
That's what you.
Can't-
Oh, I'm really not doing that.
That's what you're into.
They can't all be
What do you
gems.
think? No.
Just press the button.
Some of those Toledo moms. Let's see them. Come on.
WKQI Detroit.
Kids run the right way.
WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live.
What's your little buddy Isaac? What's the kid's name, Megan?
Ashton Harold.
What does his mom look like? She hot? Is she
She's smoking hot.
Which mom is she?
Mojo.
5, 4, 3, 2.
1. Ignition sequence start.
Let me take y'all back to the beginning.
This is it.
All right, you ready?
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.
You're a doo-doo head.
Let's go.
Second date updates coming up this hour. We'll have that at 8:20. Oh, she is
She's
very
up on
attractive.
the Mojo in the Morning Instagram.
Which one is
The bride.
You look better.
Stop it. She's way hotter than I am.
Aunt Megan? Aunt Megan, hotter?
Now, Megan, that's the month of May right there.
All right, so here's what we got coming up. Second date update coming up at 8:20 this morning. Why are you not getting a call back? Something that happened on that date has led for him not to want to go on another one. He's going to explain. Before that, we'll try to get to a couple of topics. Kevin's first date at the gun range. And then I hope mom doesn't find out about it. I'll talk about that coming up here this morning on the Mojo in the Morning Show. Hey, by the way, Chelsea and I are going to be doing another We Don't podcast that will be released later today. In the podcast that gets released today, we talk about the 4 phases of your marriage. Phase 2 is the number 1 phase that people get divorced. We'll explain that. And it's funny, we were taping the podcast and we were doing it yesterday. And as we were going through doing it, because we tape it at home, the dog starts going crazy. I'm telling you, I think my dog is seeing dead people because it's like crazy. It's like nuts.
That's a thing,
this
I
stuff. They start
think.
just barking nonstop. Yeah. So check out the We Don't podcast. You can search up on the iHeartRadio app, Mojo We Don't, or go to the More Mojo podcast platform. It's on there. But do us a favor and set us as a preset. Make sure you got us all presetted. We have a bunch of different podcasts. We've got the regular show podcast, Mojo in the Morning, More Mojo podcast, and then we have the Mojo We Don't podcast. All right, it's Mojo in the Morning show. So Cav, going out with a girl, and the place that she wanted to go on a date was a very interesting place.
Yeah, so I met her on Instagram, and a couple like pictures. Slide through the like pictures. You know, they got those statuses on Instagram now, or I think they call them notes. So she said she wanted some flowers in the note. So I'm like, all right, bet. Send her a little bouquet through the emoji. That got us talking a little more. Got her number, talking a little bit. Then it got to the point where we started figuring out, okay, well, let's go out. Let's meet up. Let's hang out. Let's go on a first date. So I'm kind of filling her out in conversation. What are you into? Where you want to go? And she dropped a bomb on me like, I want to go to the gun range.
Hey.
And I'm like, all right. Like, is this something you do? She was like, yeah, I like guns. I've always liked guns. I held my first gun when I was 5 years old. It was a shotgun. She said, I want to shoot an AR-15. I was like,
she's going.
I'm like, that's not just some normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill gun. And I'm kind of into it, but at the same time, I don't know many women that it's a first date. I don't know
first date.
And what if she way better than I am? Like, I don't go to.
She's gonna be.
I don't know.
If she knows that much about guns
since a kid.
Yeah.
And women typically are better at it than men.
My mom will say that.
Wait.
No, it's a thing. It's like we have like the calmness keeps our hands like steadier. Or
Women are
calm.
Wow. Sure.
Wait.
Out of everybody in this room, I spent a lot more time in a gun range than any of you.
I don't know.
I used
definitely
to host
me.
shooting nights on the radio station. You could win a girls' night out, and we would go to the range.
I bet I could outshoot you.
Wait.
Deal. Let's go.
See that? That would have been a great date. Now you just got yourself. That was her thing. She wanted to go
to the gun range. Yeah.
You instantly started feeling like
I was just kind of like I was a little taken. Were you? I'd probably be not that I had an expectation of what she would say.
Yeah.
But that definitely wasn't on the list.
No, that's not first date.
So let's ask the guy. Are there guys listening that would be turned off by that? Or are there any guys that would be like, what the heck's going on? Like, what's happening? Because I hear that and I'm like you, I'd feel inferior. but I think it's
Don't
kind
say
of
like me. I didn't say I felt inferior.
Oh, you instantly looked like, what if she's better than me?
No,
That's what you said.
Never,
That's inferior.
I literally never said that. That came out of your lips.
You said.
You literally
No,
said
I
that.
said you.
No, you said.
No, I think I did say that.
You did.
Hold
But I don't think she will be.
What? Okay, so here's the thing.
It's okay if she is.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
is it
it's
so
okay.
aggressive?
It's okay.
All I said was I don't think she will.
So-
That was so intense.
So, but here's the thing. As a guy, so Chelsea's in Chelsea. You know, Chelsea's got her concealed
She a shooter?
license,
Yes.
everything. It makes. I'm so hot for that. I love
That's
it.
what I was going to say. I feel
I
like
love it.
some guys would be super turned on
It's
that was the
either
suggestion.
Massive red flag or massive green flag.
Where the lady shooters at?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you this to you. The idea that she not only wanted to go to the range, she wanted what kind of gun did
She
she
said
want?
an AR-15.
Say hello to my little friend.
I mean, tell me that that's
big
not going to
gun.
be
Tell her she
badass.
coming military grade.
Wait, so, okay, did you put the kibosh on it, or where is this going? Like,
I
what's
kind of was
happening?
like, all right, like, let's do it. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of like a let's do it type of thing.
When is it
So,
happening?
we didn't set it.
You know what I want? I want her to not only take you to the gun range, then I want her to go get a taser and tase your ass.
Yeah, you can get them at the gun range.
You want to see me
I want to see
foam at the mouth?
I want to see her.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
I want to see her give you an electric shock that just blows you away.
But I mean, like, I've been to the gun range, I think, 2 times. And it was one of those experiences where I had fun while I was doing it, but I'm not like, oh, bet, let's go to the gun range
Yeah.
again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get me.
Yeah, I've been one time. I'm good.
Yeah.
Is it Kaya?
It is.
I
Happy
got it.
Monday.
Hey, Kaya.
What's up, Kaya?
My name.
First time, long time.
Kaya's on the road.
Hey, I love it. Thank you.
What's going on? What do you think of this? What do you think of this girl that wants Kev to take her on a date at the gun range?
I sent in the text. That is the sexiest thing that I can think of. I
Yeah.
used to date a guy, like when I was kind of college years, and we never went on a first date to the gun range, but he brought that up as like an idea, and I thought that was just
Yeah, there's something with it. I'm sorry.
Never-
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Your phone. You're in either a bad cell area or you went under a bridge. What'd you do?
Oh, I probably went under a bridge. I just crossed Telegraph.
Okay. So did you guys go on that date?
No, we did not, but it came up during like a conversation, and the idea of it was just very sexy to me because I felt like he wanted to make sure that I would be able to like protect myself if he wasn't around.
Okay. It's an interesting date. It's interesting that he actually offered it. I think it's even more interesting that she wanted it for Kev.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Holly?
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm good, thank you. Yes, I think that's a great idea. I also go to the gun range, and I have a pink Smith & Wesson.
Oh.
Hey.
You shoot glitter? What's going on?
Is it an MP?
Yeah, I mean,
What does that mean? I don't know.
Military and police.
Military. Wow. I'm like going.
Smith & Wesson M&P is the standard. Well, it used to be the standard. I don't know if it still is for
Look at
military
Megan.
and police.
You see Megan?
Oh my God, it's almost like I do this regularly.
Sitting over there.
So
I
how?
want to know how many listeners are shocked.
Listen, I like it. I like it. I like that. The Second Amendment. Let's all be.
Let's bear arms.
Y'all are going to learn so many secrets this week. I swear to God.
What's Holly? Tell me. Do you ever take your guys to the gun range?
No, well, actually, I do have a friend, Luciano, and him and I do the range, and
Luciano.
it's great fun. I mean, it's like a sport.
Do you now?
That is
Is
sport.
it one of those things? Does Luciano shoot, or you're the shooter?
No, we both do.
Okay. Now, when y'all first went,
One time, I made him use my pink gun.
now when you did it, did you stand behind him like they do in the movies, and you like grab his arms and hold his finger on the trigger? Is it like that?
No, he knows how to shoot himself.
Only one in the
and
bay.
I've taken the course as well, so we both know how to shoot. So we just take turns.
Holly, no offense to you and Luciano, but I think Kev should start with pickleball before.
Yeah. Something a little more doable.
Could you imagine if she says she wants to go to the shooting range and you're like, I was thinking more like putt-putt. Just so opposite.
Asia, what do you think of this girl that wants Kev to take her on a date to the gun range?
I don't think that's a first date thing. I'd be a little scared, Kev. I think she's trying to warn you, like, hey,
Yeah.
if you mess this up, I got you.
Right.
Do we know if she likes you? Like, does she really like you, or is she like?
I mean, I think so.
She's
She
into
gave
it?
me the number. We was talking.
This is the girl's version of you coming over to the house to meet her dad and he's cleaning the gun on the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is the adult woman version of that.
Asia, what happens?
Beware.
What happens if she says, then let's go back to your place or my place, and he goes back to her place, and there's like guns all over the place with
Swords.
heads of dead animals?
Yes.
I mean, that
She
would be
larps.
scary. Bruno, what do you think about this, Bruno?
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, to me, I like this. I mean, she's trying to be a unit out of an entire population. She's trying to do something unusual. So,
Wait, hold on. What
What
is
do you
that?
mean?
You like describing your woman as she's a
no.
unit?
Yeah. She's,
What I mean by that is she's not trying to do what everybody else is doing. She's not trying to be conventional.
Yeah.
So, to me, I think that's a great idea.
wait, can I ask you a question, Kev? Do you
Yeah,
know
what's
she's a member of a militia?
I think she's a member of the Proud Boys. I don't know.
What's up?
Oh my God!
The Proud Boys had some girls.
Yeah. They're integrated.
I don't think that's true.
Ask her. Ask her if she's a card carrying member. What's up, Jamie? Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
My husband and I, we had our first date at the gun range about 8 years ago. We've been together for almost 8 years now.
Wow. And was
Who
it?
was better that first date?
Well, he's been shooting for a long time, so he was better, but I was pretty good.
Was it? Whose idea was it?
It was his idea to do it.
So how does he get around to asking you that? How does he say to you?
I think he just said, "Do you want to go to the gun range?"
Oh, okay. There wasn't
And I
anything.
was like, "Oh, okay."
There wasn't anything like, "Hey, I'd like you to undress my gun."
I want to load
The gun.
bullets.
I don't know. I think Kev should do this because I think Kev needs some, he needs sometimes to understand that women can be stronger than him. And I bet you this girl will beat him. I bet you, here's the deal. You guys both go. You can go to Total Sports, good friends of mine.
Okay.
All right. You guys go, but we're going to put your name on one of the targets and her name on one of the targets, and we're going to see who
Yes.
shoots
Bet.
better.
I'm with it. I'm with
Wouldn't that be
it.
great? Because Kev is very competitive.
Yeah.
He'll be pissed.
We gonna stay there all day until I get a better shot.
I want to see that.
All right.
All right, so we got to do this whole thing. Kev will become addicted to guns. Next thing you know, Kevin's going to be coming in studio, packing heat and stuff.
Packing heat.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it'd be good.
It's too far.
It'd be one thing.
Always get voicemail? No return text? Find out why you're not getting your call back on a second date update at 8:20 on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, it's Mojo in the Morning. I cannot say which one of my kids was the child because they told me I could bring this up on the radio as long as I didn't divulge their info on the air because she doesn't even know. But I had a phone call from one of my 3 children that called me up and they said, "Hey, I want to tell you something, but you can't tell mom." And I was like, all right, this ain't going on like this. I won't do this whole thing. And they were like, "Well, I just need to tell you because I really feel like I need to at least tell one of you. And I feel like you will be more understanding than she will be in this situation." And I'm like, I ain't going to do that. I don't want to. I've made this vow 5 to 6 years ago where I will not keep anything from Chelsea because if I keep even the littlest thing from her, I will then be known as a liar of bigger things because she'll look at me going, "Well, why didn't you
What
tell
else?
me?" Yeah, what else is there?
there?
Yeah, I don't want any of this stuff. And I sat there and I had a conversation with him. I go, "Listen, son, I don't care what you did. I don't care what's going on. If you want to tell both of us, we'll both be there for you. And I will be on the call with you to, if I agree that, you're okay or everything's okay and your mom, gets crazy with you, I'll tell her, hey, Chelsea, let's listen to this whole thing. But I'm not going to be the only person on the phone." Did you ever do that with your parents? Did you ever tell one parent over the other parent?
Yep.
Because you knew that, that you knew the other parent was going to
Well,
be
you
irrational?
obviously.
She was like, it wasn't my choice.
Yeah, my dad got a lot of that info, shockingly enough.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. I would like to ask this question. If you were a kid, or you are a kid, that would tell one parent over the other parent something, would your parent keep the secret? Would that parent that you told keep the secret? Because I'm not keeping secrets.
Yeah, that's tough. See, I didn't do that growing up because my parents didn't really talk to each other anyway. Like they were divorced since I was in kindergarten, and they just didn't have that co-parenting relationship where they were in constant contact with one another.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Who was the more understanding, though? Like if you had to tell something that was big news.
Or did it depend on what the news was?
It depended, but I would probably say my dad.
Yeah.
I think.
So if you were going to look for the advice on something that was hardcore, you would probably go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would be devastated if my dad didn't keep that secret.
See?
Yeah.
Devastated.
See, Joe tells me things that he says he doesn't tell his mom. Like, I think we have that type, but I also feel like he tells his mom things that he doesn't tell me. I think he has a very good understanding of what parent is good for what situations.
Yeah.
And prior to him saying the thing, he'd be like, I'm going to just tell you this.
Ooh.
And then in that moment, I think it is a great responsibility that you should keep that secret so your children can have that trust.
Why?
in you.
No, because you're first off, then it's going to turn its ugly head on you, and she's going to have information that you should know about.
That's okay.
But I think that you guys are the parents. You guys should be able. You got to be the parents in this situation, not their friends.
No, if it's something that is like, I feel like his mom needs to know.
Yeah.
Then of course I'll share it. But I want to have that relationship because, God forbid something happens and he feels like he can't trust his dad with information. Then he won't. Then who will he have to turn to?
But that's why I came right out and I said to this child,
he almost let it go.
Yeah, I said to this child. It's so funny to hear, like, and it's not, going to be something where I'm going to divulge who it is off of stories and examples. But I heard Luke call his mom and go the other day, hey, Mom, I'm going to ask you for something right now, but I don't want you. Can you put money in my account? We're going out. He did one of those things. He didn't call me because he knows, guess what?
Yeah.
Dad's going to say, no,
Yeah.
it ain't payday, kid. See? You know what I mean?
But your
you
kids
got to
are
wait a few
adults.
days. Well, my kids are adults, but I also have one that is under our roof. But the other kids, here's the problem, though. You, no matter how old you are, your parents are still your parents. They're still parenting you. Dustin, what's going on?
Hey, we know it's not Joe because he calls his mom 3 times a day.
You have a great memory.
Dustin, stop that. That is actually pretty funny. But it is true, though, by the way. He calls his mom so much, it's unbelievable how much Joe is on the phone with his mom. What's up, Rose? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We're talking about, I hope Mom doesn't find out about this. What's up?
Well, actually, God rest her soul, she passed, so she knows everything now. But
that is true, by the way. Stop for 1 second. As crazy as that is, there are some times when I'm doing something I probably shouldn't be doing. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Mom. Like, I'm thinking she's looking down at me from heaven. But what's your story?
well, I got caught underage drinking, and the police. We were actually in my hometown, and my family's known. And they asked me who is going to be more pissed, Mom or Dad. They assumed it was my dad because they knew him, but I told them it was my mom. And luckily, they allowed me to call my dad and tell him what was going on. And I don't think he ever told her.
Wow. That's a big one. Underage drinking, you got arrested, all that stuff. Dad's the man, huh? He's better than I am.
Yeah.
I would have called her right away and beat his ass. What's up, Ben?
All right, so maybe in high school I might have accidentally threatened a teacher and got suspended for that.
Yeah.
And they called my mom. So I met my mom at the front door when she got home from work. And I said, hey, Mom, you're not going to tell Dad, are you? And she said, no, honey, I won't tell your dad. So we walk in the door, and she punched me in the head and broke her hand. So.
Oh, my God.
Oh my
yeah, my dad found out real quick. He was sitting at the table.
Did not expect that story to go in that direction.
Like mother, like son.
Don't mess with Mom. Jennifer, what's going on?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
So when I was 20 when I became pregnant, and I told my dad before I told my mom because my dad had a child before me, and he was also a young parent. And my mom wanted like more for me. Like she wanted me to go to college. I did end up going but later in life, and I didn't want to disappoint her.
How long did you and Dad have that secret going?
6 months. I was 6 months before I told my mom.
Wow. Was your mom mad that your dad knew?
Oh God, no. She was more mad at me. She didn't talk to me until after I had, or when I was in labor.
Well, that's the thing is you sometimes know what the reaction is going to be of the parents, and obviously your dad could relate. You said, but that's a big secret. I can't believe. Were they in a good marriage?
Not really. My dad was like an alcoholic, and he was like kind of abusive, like verbally and emotionally, you know.
That's sad.
And so, like, we had like a strained relationship, like between all of us. Like, there's 4 of us kids, so yeah, it was kind of rough. But like, I just went to him first.
That's a big secret to keep, man. That's a crazy one. Hold on a second here. This is a big one too. Emily, are you there?
I'm here.
So this is a big one. So your sister did something not so good.
Yeah. So my sister tried LSD with some of her friends, and unfortunately, kind of freaked out. She had somewhat of a bad experience. And she called my dad because my dad used to be a partier back in his old days, and we know some of his history. So she called him because she knew my mom would freak out and make it worse.
Yeah.
She called my dad, and my dad picked her up and took her home and, like, put her in her room and, like, turned on, like, Rick and Morty and some other trippy kind of stuff. And, like,
shout out to Dad. I get that one.
He, like, kind of hung out with her and tried to make her experience better because he knew, how scary that could be.
Wow.
And to this day, my sister's 24 years old, and to this day, my mom does not know.
Wow.
That's insane.
Rick and Morty. Listen to this one. C, you there?
Hi, yes.
Your voice disguised. What happened?
So in high school, my sister was showering with her boyfriend, and my dad came home and caught her and never told my mom, and she still to this day doesn't know.
Oh, my God. Your dad, did he beat that guy's ass for going in being in the shower with your sister?
No, but she did end up marrying him.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
That's
See,
amazing.
I feel like now that's a funny story that you tell.
Yeah.
You got to say that at the reception.
Who cares?
Can you imagine, though, if you had a
Not at the reception.
You had a daughter, she's a teenager, you come home and see that thing.
Oh, boy.
And Dad's the guy you got to face. Lindsay is the parent who holds the secrets for your kids. Lindsay, what are you doing?
No, that's okay. Hi, everyone.
Good morning.
Lindsay.
Hi,
Good morning. Yes, I am the parent that chooses to hold certain secrets. Absolutely. I think I kind of agree with what Kevin said. I think it's important to build like that bond and that trust, because everybody's different and not everybody's the same. And I want my children to know that they can go to anybody, no matter what is on their mind, whether it's a therapist, a school teacher, I don't care who it is. I want them to talk to somebody. And if they're struggling with something, or something happened, or they don't know what to do about something, and they come to me with it, and it doesn't regard their safety or their health, then absolutely I will hold that. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I got a couple of things I want to tell you then. Will you be my mom? I'm going to use you as my go-to.
You know what? I will tell you the truth. All my kids' friends love me, and they tell my kids all the time they have the greatest mom. But I won't lie. I struggle with my kids. We butt heads.
Yeah.
But the communication is so important. I'm going to tear up.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's so important to me with my kids, because I feel like there's a lot of kids that don't have that.
Yeah.
Yep, you are right.
You also throw parties for your kids too? Do you also buy them booze?
No, never ever.
Okay, I'm just wondering. All right. That's wonderful that you have that. That's good that you have that relationship with your kids. All right, coming up next, we're going to give you a chance to win a brand new car. That's the big giveaway this week. Find the fob. And then we have coming up, what else? No, that's all I want to tease right now. Oh, no, we're giving away a baby. So we're doing the baby. Mojo gives you a baby. IVF Michigan, Ohio Fertility Centers. This is the last week to get your entries in to try to win IVF for free. Go to mojointhemorning.com or search our Instagram or Facebook. It's pinned at the top of the page. And then send us your entry. Tell us, what's going on in your life, and we'll try to get you into this contest.
It's the second date update on Mojo in the Morning.
Second date update. Why are you not getting a call back? We're going to find out. Jenny is getting ghosted. She went on a date with a guy that she actually really liked. How'd you guys meet, Jenny?
Through Instagram.
Okay. And guys went on a date. Everything was great. You actually told our Bianca that you said this guy is like super hot.
Yes, he is very good looking.
So what's the story? Why is he not calling you back? We're going to find out. Armando is on with us right now. Armando, will you say hello to Jenny?
Hello.
Hi.
Armando, what's going on? By the way, she said that you're hot. With a name like Armando, I'm now thinking you got to be hot, right? You got to live up to that name.
I try.
I like it. What's the story? What's going on? Jenny sounds sweet, and she seems like a really nice person. What's going on? Why are you not calling her back?
She kept trying to take pictures of me and with me.
Okay, and what's wrong with that?
Jenny.
Well, she kept asking if she could post me. It was our first date, and I kept saying no, and she kept asking.
Why do you not want to be posted?
I live a private life. I don't like being on social media. I just didn't need that. I said no.
So when you say, and Jenny, explain this to me. You kept wanting to take pictures with him. What do you mean by that? You guys were you guys just taking a bunch of selfies together, or what was the story?
Yeah, I feel like the way he phrased it, like, she kept trying to take pictures of me. I wasn't like hiding in the bushes trying to take pictures of him. It was more just like, taking selfies of just, I don't know, like you do with your friends or somebody you're dating or whatever. It was just normal selfies.
And how did he react when you took pictures? Was he taking the pictures with you?
Yeah. It didn't seem like a big deal at the time.
Was he vocal about, please don't post these, or this is making me uncomfortable?
Well, okay. So we took a couple pictures, no big deal.
Uh-huh.
And then I asked, because I know some people don't always like to be put online. I was like, do you mind if I post it? And he said no, which I thought that was kind of weird, actually.
So
he would probably no, don't post it.
Can I just say that in Armando, I don't know what your reasoning is. Is it that you just want your privacy, or because right away I red flag that you don't want to be posted, thinking, what are you hiding from?
It's our first date.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a thing, and I want to be private. I don't want people thinking I'm suddenly in a relationship.
I also don't know how I feel about, to his point, taking a ton of selfies on a first date or photos of with each other on a first date.
How many is a ton?
2. Why are we taking pictures together? I don't even know you for real. And you're not about to post me.
What are you hiding from?
Am I dating other people? We don't need it to appear. I'm sorry, I'm going off on y'all. I don't even
No,
know
I
y'all
actually
like that.
think that part's kind of strange.
We don't know each other, and we're not about to put this picture out there like we're together. Why are we taking pictures together?
I don't know. I think that it's nice.
Why do
People
you
take
wanna post
pictures.
me? Nah, bro.
At the same time, I get a little suspicious. Are you just hiding from somebody else?
Yeah, same with me.
You know what I
feel the
mean?
same.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Right. I agree with that point as well.
I get what you're saying. I think it is a little creepy to document your whole first date. That is weird. But also, if you don't want anything posted, I go, who are you dating?
But I mean, are we under the assumption that We're not even in a relationship though, so why does it even matter? Like, I don't know why the suspicion is even there. Like, I'm dating other people. Is that wrong?
Are you dating other people, Armando?
I mean, yeah, it would. This is a first date.
Okay.
Is she trying to use me to like make somebody else jealous? I didn't know what she wanted with it.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that.
Hey, Stephanie, what do you think?
Okay, so first time, long time.
Hey, Stephanie.
I just feel like it's strange for a first date. Like, enjoy the first date. Like, why are we so concerned about taking pictures and posting? Like, enjoy each other's time. You know, like, you're not even sure you're going to go to a second date. So, I guess, I don't know. I agree with Kev. Like, it's just kind of strange. And I agree with him on the, like, his point of view.
Now, call me a basic bitch. I do love taking a picture of a cocktail and posting it online.
Yeah, do that. I don't need to
And
get in
if
it,
you
though.
said, hey, can I tag you in this photo? And he said no, maybe I would be like, okay.
Yeah. But I think I think even not being tagged is more private. But Jessica brings up a great point. What's that, Jessica?
Oh, hey. They met on Instagram, and you're meeting on social media, and Instagram is a very photo-happy place.
Bingo, bango.
And you're just dating around. Yeah, it's your first date. You're dating around. Why can't you post photos of just having a fun date if you're not saying, hey, I'm dating in a relationship with this person?
Yeah.
Every picture doesn't make it to Instagram.
Well,
I mean, a lot make it to stories.
I thought that was a good point,
I
Jessica.
wouldn't have posted a photo of my first date. I wouldn't have taken a photo. And I love taking photos.
Hey, Tiffany,
I
what
wouldn't have taken a photo.
What do you think, Tiffany, of Armando not wanting Jenny to take pictures of him and not post them?
I feel like Jenny should have respected his boundaries.
Yeah.
It's okay to establish that you don't want to be present on someone's social media. It's a first date. They're still getting to know each other. They're not obligated to date one another exclusively.
Yeah.
I could see if she maybe took a picture for safety purposes because, hey, this is the first time I'm going out.
Oh,
But
I
once
never
he
thought
says
about that.
no-
That's interesting.
Yeah, but once he says no, respect that. If the situation was reversed, she would want to be respected in that space. So I'm siding with Armando. I don't
All right.
necessarily feel like, you know,
A
he's
vote for
being-
Armando. No, that's actually a good point. I never thought about the safety part though. But what's up,
But
Ann?
you already have his Instagram. If that's how you met each other.
True.
Ann, what's going on?
I agree with the previous caller. She should have respected the fact that he didn't want his picture posted, but also for safety reasons, take a picture just to say, you know, this is who I was with, if something ever were to happen. But there could be other underlying issues that he may not want to discuss. It could be an employment issue, maybe the type of job that he has. He doesn't want to be posted in that kind of
Armando,
light.
is that any of the cases? Are you worried about people seeing you on your job, or what is? Tell us your privacy reason on this.
Privacy reason. She found me on Instagram. I'm very good at curating what is online. Having somebody tag me, post me, that's going to throw everything off. But sometimes people want to take photos of me, as you pointed out, as a trophy. And imagine if I was a woman and they were taking, like a guy was trying to take a picture of a woman and be like, look what I'm on a date with. I don't need that in my life.
You are not a trophy. You are a person.
Thank you.
With that.
Thank you.
Summer, what's going on, Summer? Second date update.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. What do you think?
First time, long time. I'm thinking that, I mean, while I get he wants to be private and everything, me and my husband have been together for 11 years now, and I took a photo on our first date. And I didn't necessarily post it or share it that day, but we still have that photo that we look back on, and I post every few years, like from our first date to now on our wedding anniversary. And it's just about a memory. I mean, regardless if they end up together or not, that was still a good time that she had, and I think that she shouldn't have.
That's the bummer of the whole thing, Armando. If you guys end up married for 15, 20 years, you're going to have nothing of your first date. It's just going to be right up here.
We have a photo. She wanted to keep taking photos.
Right, that's
it
what
wasn't
I
like
know.
a one and
Right.
done.
But you're very angry about it. I don't know.
Because he's not an object.
Are you sure that you don't have somebody like a wife and a kid at home?
I don't. I like one someday.
Okay.
But this is not. I wasn't vibing.
All right. Isabel, last comment from you. What's up?
Hi, first time, long time.
Hey there. I love it.
I just wanted to say, if someone were to ask to take a picture of me on the first date, I would think that they're just trying to make somebody else jealous.
Yeah.
Good point.
Is there somebody else, Jenny, that you're trying to make jealous, or?
No, I'm not trying to make anybody jealous. That never even occurred to me. I'm just that person.
You just like to take pictures.
That's always taking pictures every time I'm out. I post a lot. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was weird. I didn't think it was a big deal. It's just like, this is a cute restaurant.
Yeah.
Come in for a selfie. Then we went for a walk. Like, oh, let's take another picture. And then, like, I don't take them just for myself. Like, I usually post
You know
the
what'd be,
pictures I take.
you know what'd be weirder? The weirder thing would have been if she took pictures and you didn't know she was taking pictures and then posted.
Oh,
it.
God. Well, that would
Like,
be weird.
That'd be
no,
psycho
they're
behavior.
both weird. They're both weird. The more she talks, the more I'm like, I'm on Team Armando.
Although the second one is appropriate if you're just taking photos of him to send to your friends. If they're like, what does he look like? What does he look like? Send us a picture.
I
What
have
is he
done
wearing?
that.
You know, that's okay.
Actually, if that's the case, then just say it. Say, hey, my friends want to see what you look like. Can we take a picture? Yeah.
I do.
I think
Don't
that's
tell
easier.
me I think you're going to kill me. Let me take a picture for safety reasons. I don't like that.
That's also not necessary. You have his Instagram. There's photos of him on there.
Yeah, but
But
what
it
if?
could be private to everybody else.
Yeah, but what if all of a sudden she goes missing? They can't get into the Instagram.
Oh my God. Is this what you
And-
lay awake and think about at night?
I watched a lot of Dateline this weekend. I watched it
So did
nonstop.
I.
Dateline NBC on what is it, Lifetime
Andrea
or
Canning.
whatever the channel is that just runs them nonstop.
This is the home of the Dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right, we're going to give you a chance to win a car. It's a brand new Chevy. Find the Fob, the grand finale, Friday morning. Make sure that you're listening to this radio show. Somebody's going to get excited, and they're going to win a brand new car. They're going to find that Fob. We'll see what kind of vehicle it is. It's a brand new Chevy, but we don't know the model. 844-MOJO Live. Be the 95th caller to qualify. 844-665-6548. 95th caller. Good luck.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Shannon's going to do the Dirty on the 30 right now and get you caught up on what's trending as you're heading off to take the kids to school or maybe yourself to work. What's going on?
So Kanye joins Twitch, the streaming platform Twitch, gets banned 7 minutes later. Shortly into the stream, he started doing his Kanye thing, making several slurs about Jewish people and the LGBTQ community. He threw up a Nazi salute.
Jeez.
He also, I'm obviously not playing any of that, but he also really, really insulted Kim Kardashian.
I said I had a baby with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now? you get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton. You know, the Hilton. Because I think y'all staying in the Hilton right now. Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you have you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a assistant, bro.
Man, he just sounds
With an
so
assistant.
out there.
By the way, Edition hotels are not Hilton. They're Marriott Bonvoy.
I
know this because I'm a proud Marriott Bonvoy
look at you.
member.
By
By the way, so if you try to go to his Twitch account, you're going to see a message that says his channel is unavailable.
And it's good to reiterate that remember the Kanye or the Kim jewelry theft that took place?
Yeah.
Where she
Yes.
got held up in
In
Paris?
Paris.
That thing begins today. That trial
Yes.
begins today.
And
That's
she
a long
will be-
time ago.
she
Isn't that
will
crazy?
be- 2016. She will be taking the stand at some
Yeah.
point in it. Yeah. And remember, I also told you earlier this morning in the very first Dirty of the day that one of the older gentlemen who was involved in that heist died.
Wow.
If you don't
recently.
know like what really happened that day, her on David Letterman's My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, she talks about it in detail.
Ooh, I
and
want to
it's
watch that.
so incredibly good. It made me cry hearing her talk about what happened that night.
Beyonce making. Oh yes, go ahead. Sorry.
With the Kim Kardashian trial that you mentioned, what is the trial for?
For the guys that robbed
Prosecute those people.
So to put him, so they've been in jail this entire time.
No.
I'm confused. I'm
But
sorry.
I don't think there have been any like official punishments for
so they've just been free for 10
part of that
years?
group.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, or they've
No,
been.
they didn't have all of the evidence together. It took 5 years for them to collect the evidence, and then COVID happened, which pushed back the trial date. So, like, it really did mess everything up.
Beyonce making headlines after fans noticed that tickets for her why am I having such a hard time talking today?
Cowboy Carter.
Thank you. Tour are dropping to as low as like $20, specifically for her SoFi Stadium shows. And they're comparing it to, they're saying, oh my gosh, you could get tickets to go to Cowboy Carter for cheaper than McDonald's Minecraft meal.
Wow.
Some critics are claiming low demand, pointing to thousands of seats still available just days before the tour kicks off, which is tomorrow in LA. But loyal Beehive members are saying, wait a second. Don't forget, her Renaissance tour started slow too in terms of ticket sales, and it ended up breaking records. And still, if you're looking for floor seats to any of these shows, they're up in the thousands of dollars. Ben Affleck is supposedly very interested in meeting actress Sydney Sweeney after she called off her wedding to her now ex-fiance. Hearing he is asking anybody he can in Hollywood to introduce the two of them despite their almost 3 decades of age difference. Both actors have been in the spotlight for their personal matters. Obviously, his messy divorce from Jennifer Lopez, her for ending her engagement. I don't think she's going to be interested in him, but that is purely my opinion.
Maybe it's just for a movie role, the Counting 3.
And new details about that fatal Black Hawk helicopter American Airlines plane crash that happened near DC's Reagan Airport a couple of months ago. That was already back in January. These new details reveal that the female pilot of the helicopter repeatedly ignored warnings from her male co-pilot to turn away before she flew right into that American Airlines plane. All 64 passengers in the jet lost their lives, as did all 3 people who were in the helicopter. Captain Rebecca Loback is her name. She was piloting the Black Hawk. She was undergoing an annual flight evaluation at the time, while her co-pilot, Chief Warrant Officer Andrew Lloyd Eves, served as the flight instructor. This new report said the Black Hawk was only 15 seconds from crossing paths with that American Airlines plane when Eves informed Rebecca that he believed air traffic control wanted them to turn left, which would have opened up more space between the chopper and the American Airlines plane. She did not turn left. And obviously, we know the devastating
And
event
after
that
that
happened
incident,
after that.
many think there's a conspiracy because they didn't say who was in that helicopter, and they did not say the sex of the people that were doing it. So a lot of people
Right.
think that there was a conspiracy to withhold names and stuff, and they think that she knows, or has some kind of a past that people are kind of looking into.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. To me, it's interesting that now we're just finally hearing all that stuff about this.
I
You
mean,
would think that would come out
and
already.
even regardless of her sex, of her gender, that there was a lot of miscommunication there. She was told one thing and completely did the other. So, I don't know. All right, for all of today's dirty, catch up by checking out the podcast. Search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Go. Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Christy is a winner. Congratulations to you, Christy.
Thank you so much.
Ex-
I'm so excited. I've been trying all week.
I hear
Well,
you.
well,
You
since
would,
you started.
you would like a Chevy Blazer, I understand?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
That'd be nice. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
my mom just got one. They're beautiful.
We got a bunch of key fobs, but there's only going to be one of them in one of the vehicles that will start this car, the winning car. You just got to figure out which one it is. Friday morning, we'll be doing it. Moran Chevrolet off of Gratiot Road in Clinton Township. So congratulations.
Awesome.
Hang on the phone.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hang on. We'll get your information, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, it's Mojo in the Morning. We have Bianca here with us right now. So Bianca is the person who always keeps us socially active, making sure that everything looks good on Instagram, Facebook, on YouTube, our lives in the morning. She's handling all that stuff for us.
Yeah.
She waves to the camera.
I'm saluting.
She had a fun weekend. She ran into her ex
Yeah.
at the bar, which is going to bring up an interesting question. What do you do if you're in the same place with your ex? What do you do? Do you walk up to the person and say something to them? You say hi to them and their friends? What do you do? What'd you do?
Yeah, well, you guys know I talk to literally every single person I see. So we've been broken up for like 3 years now. He's had another girlfriend since me. Like, he's not dating her anymore, but like, you know, I think everything's pretty good now. Like, we're grown, we moved on. So I walked up to him and said hi. He got a little nervous. He got very nervous because this is the first time I've talked to him in 3 years.
Wait, first time that you've talked to him?
Yes.
Not just seen him?
Yes, talked to him. Broke the no contact. And
Wait, did he have a protective order against you, or did you have one against him?
we're pretty good. We're good.
All right.
But all of his friends started recording me, going crazy. You know,
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was a little weird. Like, you know, all the guys are in a big group, like, oh, like,
yeah,
recording me is very weird. And then, I don't know, it was fine. It was like a normal conversation. But then all of my friends were getting like pissed at me. They're like, Bianca, why would you just break the no contact? Like, why did you go talk to him? I'm trying to go talk to him again. They're like holding my arms back, pulling me back. I'm like, guys, like, it's not even that deep. Like,
So the first time you went and saw him, was he warm to you coming up? Like, was he cool?
yeah,
with
like
it?
he was normal. It was like fine. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't bad or
So
anything.
it wasn't like you going up a second time was kind of like
Yeah, like we're
antagonizing.
Let's dance around. Let's hang out. Like, it's like I'm cool to be friends with him now. So I'm like, I don't think it's a weird or bad thing. But everyone else was just like giving me crap for it. Like, my friends were mad at me. His friends were like weirded out, going crazy. So I don't know.
Did y'all have?
What?
Did y'all have like a bad breakup?
A little bit, but honestly, like, I feel like we moved past it now. Like, it's been like, I don't know. I'm just moved past it.
Are your friends upset because this opens the door a little bit
No,
for
I
him
will
to come
never-
back, crawl back into your life?
No, I'll never go back to him. But like, my friends didn't like him while we were dating,
Mhm.
so they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, do not ever talk to him." Like, my friends hate him
Famous
still.
last words. I will not let him back into my life.
They
But we can
always
have
say
fun, and I like him, and I'm over the breakup, and I'm not hurt by it anymore.
Exactly. That's exactly how it is.
Is she's making fun of you, by the way.
Megan,
They
Megan,
always
that's
say that.
exactly how it is, though. Like,
Is-
I'm
Is
so
he dating anybody?
No, he was, but he broke up with her. Like, I don't
Okay,
know.
'cause it-
Oh, this is
Perfect timing.
But the
Because-
fact that you know that too. When did they break up?
Like January, February,
Babes.
before Super Bowl.
Babes.
Bianca's so saving face right now.
Babe,
What you mean?
I love you.
Wait, Lydia's not to expose me right now.
I'm not going to expose you. It's okay. But
Well, you
I
started
definitely
it.
think
tell
that
us.
you would spin the block
Why do you think that?
because you've had conversations with him here and there.
Yeah, but nothing in person like that.
Doesn't
Ever.
matter. It's still been contact.
It's escalating.
Where were you guys at? Where's this?
It was it's called the Hub. It was like a little sports bar vibe.
Did you plan to meet up with him?
No, I
Babes.
didn't. But you know what? I looked so good that day, so I was like, thank God he saw me.
Oh, that's why you went back for more.
Babe.
Because you wanted him to really get a chance to see you.
Yeah, but also I'm still friends with his friends, so his friends were like, "Oh my God, Bianca, you're doing so good now."
I can tell you guys are young. Like, you're, what, 20-something, 21?
why?
Because why would a group of guys go, whoa?
Yes.
Like when you walked up.
And
Like,
his
that's
phone, Snapchat,
that's
all
22-year-old
these
guy
videos.
energy there.
It was like the paparazzi on me.
That's so funny. Look at this, she's coming up. Yay. You know, that's how I was doing that. The girls' reaction to this one was more like, Bianca, stay the hell away.
Yeah, like pull my arm back and everything. But you know, I think is an okay breakup given the fact that his friends were like still okay to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I obviously was not the
Or-
bad one.
Does his friends want him to rebound with you, babe?
No, I would be down. But like,
Oh,
how's he be? Here I'm going against my words.
Do they know what you do now? Does he know what you do now?
He's actually a big listener. Can I shout him out? What up, Jacob?
First time,
Oh,
most
she's
time.
shouting out the exes? Lord Jesus.
Jacob
No,
on the
I'm
phone.
shouting out the friends. Shouting out the friends
Oh,
who are
okay.
longtime listeners. So yeah, but I don't know. If you ever saw your ex in public, if you saw
Yeah,
Sherelle,
for sure.
Yeah.
Sherelle.
It
I saw her a couple weeks
depends on
ago.
which
Hey,
one.
what would you do?
You want to know what I
can't tell you
did?
what I did.
Oh, I'll tell you what I did. He was there with his new girlfriend, and they had one of those app-based jukeboxes where you could just pay for it on your phone, and
No,
it'll
you
play
did
out
not.
of
No, you did not.
Oh, I said, thank you, next. Thank you.
Oh,
next.
I thought you, like, played
Ariana
your song or
Grande,
something.
Thank you, next. On repeat. I played that bad boy 6 times in a row.
By the way, that's almost somewhat psycho, though.
It was psycho,
Like, it's kinda-
but it's psycho in a mean way, not psycho in a I'd like you to rebound me with me way.
I think that there's a difference between going up and saying hi and having fun, and then going up and causing a disruption. I think if you look like you're the disruptor in the whole thing, you look psychotic, and you don't want to look psychotic.
No, there was no disruption. I actually handled it very politely.
Demeanor?
Except the part where it said
Very
with the
mindful.
Big Sean song, I don't F with you came on, and all my friends were going crazy, middle fingers up. I'm like, guys,
Oh my
don't do that.
God.
You're ruining the plot here. But other than that, I think it was really great.
Other than that.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. Where were you when you ran into him? Because you're at a place called The Hub, so you're at a bar. That's the setting. What if you run into him in a family type situation where he and his family are out somewhere,
Or
church,
if you go to a wedding and he's
Or the-
he's another guest and you had no idea.
That's-
I mean, there are some really awkward situations.
That has happened to a lot of people, actually, where all your friends are getting married, you guys broke up, and now you got to go see them at these things.
That's crazy.
I actually give respects to those that know that their ex is going to be there and decide not to bring a date because they just
Come
don't
on,
want to
bruh.
shove it in their face.
Why? Why can't I live my life?
Because if you're just bringing a random date to bring it, then you're doing it to shove it in their face. If you're
Why?
dating somebody, it's okay to bring somebody.
Why? For example, I got a gala I'm pulling up to, the Hall of Fame gala. It's sometime in May. I can't just bring a date. Everybody else gonna have dates. What if I don't want to go solo?
You can bring a date if Sherelle is not there.
Why?
Because if Sherelle's there,
Is she
you're bringing
going?
a date just to show it
I don't know.
off.
Why? I'm not even. Why? Why does it have to be?
If
showing-
you're not dating somebody, I don't think that you'd bring somebody.
That's wild. In my mind, if I bring a date, I'm doing that for me. And what I hear from you is, don't do it for the sake of the other person.
This reminds me of high school when it's like I broke up with the person. I broke up with them just before prom, and I'm going to bring the next girl. Like, I just think that it looks petty.
The difference is you think I'm doing it for them when I'm in actuality doing it for me.
All right,
That's the difference.
Let me ask this question. I'm going to ask this question to the listeners. Have you ever had this happen to you where you showed up somewhere and your ex was there? What happened? I want to hear your personal story. But I also want to know, do you think it's petty to go up and do what Bianca did or do what Kev's thinking about doing at this gala? By the way, is it gala or gala?
I say gala.
I say gala.
You're going.
What y'all
Yours
say.
sounds fancy.
I just like that you're open-minded to go to a gala. That just makes me feel good.
I'm
That's
there.
very.
And
That's,
I'll be suited and
that's very
booty.
progressive of you. All right.
The subscription fees are out of freaking control. Not Mojo. He's free. Listen to Mojo on our free iHeartRadio app. Listen to the show live every morning on Channel 955, 1045 SNX in West Michigan, or 925 KISS FM in Toledo. And listen to the podcast for free. Free never sounded so good.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the mornings. Motor City traffic.
8:55:52 at the moment. Sunshine, a high of 73 tomorrow. We've got some rain in the forecast, but high temps in the low 80s. Out on the streets right now. Westbound 696 between DeQuinter and Southfield. That left lane closure causing some slow traffic from 11 Mile. More slow go, about a 7-minute delay. 94 eastbound between Lanyo and 14th Street. And also some slow traffic, about a 20-minute backup. Southbound 275 between 7 Mile and M1496. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955. An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
History had the gold rush, then there was the oil boom, then the tech boom. But right now, it's the Wi-Fi boom. And the Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Streaming, booming. Gaming, booming. Video calls, booming. Even when your boss schedules a meeting that definitely could have been an email. And now you can get Xfinity Internet and mobile together in one all-new plan. It's the ultimate power couple. Wi-Fi Power Boost with Xfinity Mobile gives you faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go. So your Wi-Fi is booming wherever and whenever. And now through June 23rd, new customers can get 400 megabit Xfinity Internet with free equipment and unlimited internet data and get one unlimited 5G mobile line included all in one, all for just $40 a month. This is an amazing deal. So whether you're watching or panning or hanging out, doing things, Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with store bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabytes of usage. Data thresholds may vary. After 1 year, rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years, rate increases to $143 a month. Actual speeds vary.
Add the Mojo in the Morning Show to your presets on our free iHeartRadio app. And never miss a show.
Channel 955.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and get Michigan's first family of law. Call Sam.
Hey, it's Steve Gabarra at Zotford and Holly, and let's get right to it. We're offering employee pricing for everyone. You heard right. You pay what we pay, guaranteeing you the lowest price, period. Plus, we have huge incentives that can save you up to 25% off the sticker price. But it gets even better because Zotford is delivering the highest trade-in values possible and still getting you the lowest price imaginable on your brand new Ford. That's a dream come true. Get details and surf our tariff-free inventory at dealsinthed.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Buckle up for Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point, the world's tallest and fastest triple launch coaster. Then shift into gear as you reach rubber-burning speeds of 120 miles per hour, soaring 420 feet into the sky on the world's only vertical speedway. Race over to cedarpoint.com to grab your 2025 Summer Pass and get unlimited visits through Labor Day. Just 5 payments of $18 plus free parking. After initial payment plus taxes and fees. Online only.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
I was telling you guys about Jessica and her incredible experience with Sono Bello. Then listener after listener started sharing their experience with us, and it keeps getting better. Here's one. The results not only have been fantastic, my confidence and energy levels are improving. The staff, oh my goodness, I've never seen such a caring and compassionate group of professionals. And here's a quick one from Nicole. Amazing. You are all so amazing. Stories like this make Sono Bello the absolute best. We all know Sono Bello doctors are the experts in advanced micro laser fat removal, but their team is simply the best. In just one visit, you can get rid of that stubborn fat just in time for warm weather. That means feeling amazing all summer with beautiful natural curves. Advanced micro laser fat removal is the permanent solution, and Sono Bello doctors are the experts. Right now, they are running a spring savings event, so schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/radio. That's sono, BELLO.com/radio.
I'm Todd Lippett, Executive Director of CARES in Farmington Hills. CARES works across the community, supporting families with everyday needs. To help others, we need reliable power. And I have to say, we've noticed a lot fewer outages in the last year. DTE told us about their improvement plans, and their crews are out making a difference. DTE people are updating equipment in good weather and quickly restoring power in bad. They're doing all they can and making good on their word.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Have you tried hands-free Skechers slip-ins yet? Because if you haven't, you're missing out on technology that changes how you think about shoes. First, these are not just regular slip-on shoes. They're not just a pair of loafers without laces. But what makes them different is the technology inside that lets you just step into them. There's a built-in hidden shoehorn that slides your foot in, so they look, feel, and wear just like a pair of shoes you're used to. Except you don't have to bend down, struggle to put them on, or touch them. Try them at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Trinity Health specialists are here to keep your heart strong. From medication management to advanced procedures, our experts help you live your healthiest life. Visit trinityhealthmi.org/cardio. Trinity Health, we see all of you.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime, free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Mojo in the Morning, powered by me, Steve Gabarra at Zatford and Holly. And we're offering employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay.
More Mojo in seconds.
What is up, Detroit? It's Kev here, and I have to let you know about Total Wireless, the wireless provider that's truly in your corner. See, Total Wireless has unlimited phone plans starting at $25 a month per line when you get 4 lines.
This report is sponsored by...
Sorry, you're going a little long. Go ahead.
But it's the 30.
Yeah, I know. That was more than 30. Go ahead.
That's insane. Get Total Wireless. It's a vibe. They the best. 2025.
No, keep going. Keep going.
In times of traffic, your data may be temporarily slower.
Where do I
Additional
get
terms
this
apply,
at? Where do I go
rankings
get
based
it at?
You go get it at your nearest store.
All right, great. Keep going if you want.
What? Let's get back to the show.
This is your show. You can do this.
It was supposed to be. I did not go 30 seconds, bro. That was 15.
That was 15 seconds? All right, then do it again.
I don't
do it one
have
time.
a 15
Go
for
again.
30.